Everybody, let's dance. Nice to meet y'all. All of you gorgeous looking people. Look at you. You especially right now. You looking good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is it not exciting to do this right now? Oh, thank you to Big Tom 777 for subscribing. Oh my gosh. Guys, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. But today's stream is going to be a monumental, top of the top, beautiful classic because I'm going back to one of my OGs making $1,000 in a day because that was kind of one of the first things that kind of took my trading from like to what? You see that magic I just did to just bring you guys on my screen? Like, oh my gosh. Let me make you a little smaller, you beautiful people. But no, it's been a long time. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for what we're going to talk about. I'm excited for what we're going to do, how we're going to speak, what we're going to learn, because so many of you are so excited for your future, and I am so excited for your future. And if nobody told you that I was excited, well, just know that I am. Okay? Yeah? So anyways, I just want to give a shout out to all of you beautiful people. Can we please? Yes. All of you. All of you are so gorgeous. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. You're great. I'm forgetting something. Oh my gosh, guys. For those of you who've been on the streams, you know there's one thing I'm forgetting. So I'm gonna walk away. As I'm walking away, I want you to just pretend that you don't know that I'm walking away. But what I want you to actually do, as I'm quickly going to go grab what I need to grab, is one, I want you to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, meaning this is a completely free live stream, completely free. You're not being charged for this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how I have been able to make, way more than $1,000 a day, maybe $100,000 a day, but we won't talk about that, right? But today, did 1,000, and I did it because I wanted to show you guys just how simple it was, how easy it was. Thank you, David, for subscribing. And so send this to a friend, to a friend, to a friend, to a friend's friend, because tell people, listen, you could spend time watching The Simpsons or Family Guy or whatever, but what I want you to do, I want you to take this time to actually learn how to make money while watching things. Literally, like watch a show and make money, go out to eat and make money, like do it anywhere, anytime, any place. Yeah, so send it to somebody you love. If you really care about their financial situation or you think they can benefit from this, I think you should send it. I'm gonna run, and you're gonna act like you don't see me running. You wonderful ladies and gentlemen. Y'all look amazing. Hi, Ben and Courtney and Charm. I like that name, Charm. That's a beautiful name. And Easy and Caroline and Jay. Okay, Jay. And Jillian and Jakia. I hope I said that right. And Ademola. Yeah, and Denise and Ramon and Angela and Shayna and Tracy and Thundercats. And yes, this is being recorded. It will be on my YouTube channel. But there's nothing that beats having it live, right? Why? Because there's something cool we're going to do on this live, right? And also, on top of it being something cool we're going to do on this live, there's also going to be something that we're going to do where you'll have the ability to come talk to me live, on the live. Like, you will be able to come and speak to me, and we would talk. You don't get that if you're watching this recording. So for those of you who are watching the recording, I still love you. But just know there are perks to being live. So if you haven't already, see like the chat, which should be on like this side at the top or wherever you're watching this at. Make sure you join our free trading house, completely free. I'm not charging you anything for this, completely free. Come join, meet other traders, whether you're a beginner, whether you're medium, whether you're advanced, like whether you know nothing or you know everything. We want to have you because I think it's really good to be surrounded by like-minded individuals. Am I right? Am I right? Anyways, so we're going to do something fun. Now, before we usually start every stream, we got to let Instagram know that we're live because sometimes people forget. And I know me personally, if somebody was going live or like had something that was going to be life-changing to me and they didn't tell me, I would be a little bit upset. I might end a friendship for that. I wouldn't do that. But anyways, so we're going to go live. Then we're going to start a cool experiment, right? Here's our walkthrough. We're going to tell Instagram. We're going to start a cool experiment. We're going to have a little bit of word. We're going to pray because we cannot start the stream without praying. Then we're going to break down the strategy. That's the part that you really need to be tapped into. I'm going to do it as easy and as simple as possible because I believe people don't know how to break things down. So I'm going to be the one that's going to help you break it down. Break it. Break it down. Break it. Damn. So I'm going to be the one that does that for you, right? So. Nah. Okay. I see y'all weren't a fan of my breaking it down. But anyways, what? How did this disappear? Anyways, so we're going to do that. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. So let us go live. You see us? 3, 2, 1. All right. This is the last time I'll probably do this. So you got to make sure that you are here. You are here. Let's see, you beautiful people. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Nicole, of course you're welcome for the invite. You are welcome. Look at y'all storming in. Listen. You can't. Don't be the first. Don't be the last. Just be in the room. So join me on YouTube at Kelly OG. We're talking about it. Look at us. We are all here just having fun. And where are you? You should be with us. YouTube, we're really going to break down how to make $1,000 a day because I'm absolutely fed up. I am fed up with people telling you they're going to teach you how to do something and not actually being able to do it. Or people telling you they're going to teach you how to do something and then what do they want? They want to charge you for it, right? And obviously, like, I'm not going to lie. I do charge. But to teach you, like, come on. That's free. Now, if you want, like, the more personalized experience, you want, like, chronological order, yeah, that's a lot of time, it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of effort. But if you want to actually learn how to make $1,000 a day, we're going to break down what it takes to get there, how to do it, and we're going to talk about what people want to talk about. I'm going to show you my strategy. I'm going to do all of that. Yeah, you wonderful people. Look at Vincent. Vincent, you look so beautiful. Talking about I look beautiful. Don't do that. But yeah, join me on YouTube because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to tell you here on Instagram because then I got to service 2 people at once. And I would rather service you with my undivided attention. Yeah? No, y'all weren't feeling that one? No? Oh, nah. Okay. Anyways, so my Instagrammers, see you on YouTube. It's at Kelly OG. The pinned comment says at Kelly OG. So I will see you there. We're about to do a really fun experiment that I saw on TikTok. So stick around. Whoa, somebody sent me $5? Hold on. Y'all got me here feeling like I'm rich. I went from $40 to $540 on my trading account watching your live. Ready to reach 50,000. Wait. $40 to $540 from watching my... And guess what? It wasn't a dime. First of all, Neek, I'm so proud of you. You deserve every bit of that. Take yourself to a nice seafood dinner. If you were on Instagram, catch me on YouTube. Because I don't want to see just one of you. I want to see you too. Anyways, I'm going to get off. Chris, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm going to get off, and I'm going to see y'all soon. Yo, why did somebody call me a dad? Somebody just called me a dad. There's a trend now where you guys call me mom. I don't know where that trend came from, but we need to kill that trend before it starts. Am I right? Because I'll tell you what, every time you guys call me mom, I'm just like... Embarrassing. Literally. Like, why would you do that? Thank you so much, Ruth, for saying I look beautiful today. Thank you. That's so sweet. We got to get into this experiment because we're on a strict time schedule because I understand you have things to do and you probably didn't expect for your Monday evening to be spent watching me. But guess what? I have decided to grace you with my beautiful face because your face is beautiful too. But opposites attract, so maybe I'm not the beautiful one. But it doesn't matter because we're here. So give me a second. I'm going to get this experiment and we're going to test it. So you just stay right there because if you move, okay. You see what this is right here? So there is are we at 995 viewers? Stop it. Stop it. Hold on. 999? Guys, are we about to cross 1,000 viewers for the first time? Stop. Y'all are raising my social anxiety that I don't have in Jesus' name, amen. But oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh, see, every time I get excited that we're about to cross a monumental number, it's like you guys are like, oh, we don't want to see her win. How come I want to see you win, but it's like you don't want to see me win? Stop it. Anyways, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend because today we're going to make some money. But like I said, right here we have some, you see it? You see, we have some friggin' great value ice cream sandwiches. Why? Not because we're going to eat ice cream. If you guys... Oh my gosh, we're at 1,000 viewers. Hold on. I need to do an applause for all of you. Oh my gosh. You guys are making me speechless right now. I'm about to freak out. You know how y'all got me feeling? Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. What the heck? Y'all are gonna make me freak out right now. Here for the first time. Hopefully it's not the last time. Oh my gosh. Okay. Love all of you. Hey, Suave from Puerto Rico. PR. Whoa. I'm 18 and ready to learn. Sorry. Can we all say hello to Juan Carlos? Oh my gosh. Shout out to Juan Carlos 18. TJ, thank you for the $5. Y'all are so sweet. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Juan Carlos. Okay. We have these vanilla ice cream sandwiches. And we're going to do something crazy with these ice cream sandwiches. TJ, we're going to do something crazy with these ice cream sandwiches. Because I saw a TikTok that said, if you leave these ice cream sandwiches out, Malik, what is this trend of calling me mother? I am not a mother. Y'all are so nice, though. So apparently, I don't know if that's a nice thing, but I'll just act like it is. Apparently on TikTok, it said that if you get the ice cream sandwiches from Walmart, they don't melt. Who sent me $10? Hey, Uchenna, thank you. So, if you get an ice cream sandwich from Walmart, they do not melt. Look at this. Oh my gosh. So, I've gotten the ice cream sandwich from Walmart, and in front of me are two very beaming lights. No, I broke the ice cream sandwich. No. Stop. Are two very beaming lights. What we're about to see, probably should have had a trash can by me. I hate putting stuff dry and not in the trash. What we're about to see is by the end of this live, will this ice cream melt under these two powerful lights, right? So, hey, Uchenna. So, we're going to see, will this ice cream melt? I'm going to show you on my front camera here so you can see. That's myself. Whoa. Well, shoot. Hey, girl. Sorry. We have our ice cream sandwich. As y'all can see, can you see the setup? You see the two beautiful powered lights? This needs to melt, or else Walmart is serving us fake ice cream. So that's what we're doing. I should have set up another camera. I just thought about that right now. Don't be upset with me. We're gonna figure out a way for you to check on this ice cream the whole way through. Hold on. I need to figure this out. I gotta set this ice cream up. What is going to stand right here? I know it. Give me 5 seconds. I'm not gonna leave your screen because I love you. Ow. So I try to buy new Wi-Fi because for some of you that don't know, my Wi-Fi has been tripping. Let's see if it... Can you see the ice cream sandwich from here? Just turned off my speaker. Can you see the ice cream sandwich? Maybe I should put it on a chair. Yes. Look at me. They might as well. They put me in the wrong profession. I should have been an engineer. Look how I just made that work. Anyways, so if this ice cream does not melt by the end of this stream under these two powerful lights, first of all, Walmart, don't sue me because now I know I'm okay with my money, but I don't got Walmart money, right? I'm not a Walton. So anyways, with that being said, do not sue me. But for all of you watching, all of you beautiful individuals, our OG family, is our OG family here? Have you joined the OG family household? That is our free Discord where we talk about trading. I just got ice cream on my... And why is the ice cream sticky? What the heck? Ice cream sticky. Anyways, that is where we talk about all things trading. And that's also how you'll be able to speak to me live. But yeah, we're going to talk about all things trading. We talk about our dreams, our kind acts that we share. That ice cream was so sticky. Why isn't it moving? See, I have the plate like this and it hasn't moved. Is that not concerning? Anyways. So, there are a lot of things that we need to talk about today. One of them being, why has Kelly been gone from trading for so long? And why has she suddenly decided to make this weird return where all of a sudden she's posting so much? Is she going broke? Well, actually, no, never in the Lord Jesus Christ. Hold on, I actually put on music. I need y'all to understand that I am not, okay? I am not. And if anybody hits you up as me and they ask you for money and they say they're going to trade for you, whether that's in the OG family household, whether that's wherever that is, let me tell you something. Ignore them because I only want to teach you how to make money, okay? That's what we're doing right now for free. You like the music? Yeah? Okay. Dang, this music is long. Lord have mercy. Like, no. That was some really long music. I'm so sorry about that. Anyways, I was saying, I know there's a lot of things I need to answer. Questions about whether or not I'm a scammer. Questions about where I went and if I'm going broke. Questions about why I shut down my group. Whoa!
Love you beautiful, thank you for everything. Which trading is Webull easy to trade on?
Which trading is Webull easy to trade on? Options? I don't think Webull does Forex. And love you more. Wait, what was your name? Oh, I thought that said Kelly Michelle Williams. I was like, what? But Kelly, name twin. Thank you. Love you more. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Webull's really good for options trading. You guys are so nice with these donations. Suave Geos, thank you for 2020 super chats. $2. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I know a lot of you could be doing a lot of things, but you decided today was the day you wanted to change your life. And I don't blame you, because I woke up and I was like, God gave me this gift. He gave me this ability, and he gave me this wonderful, beautiful platform with so many wonderful, beautifully amazing, absolutely deliciously looking individuals. Yeah.
Oh,
No? Okay. Anyways, all of these absolutely deliciously, I'm going to say it again, looking individuals. And I was like, listen, there's some people who aren't going to have the funds to pay for what I send out. But I want to still be able to help people, because that's what I feel like having a platform is about. And for those of the original OG family and those of the new OG family, then you know that our main goal with making money is not to flex on other people. Oh my gosh, I joined. You got to approve the friend request. Stebby, thank you. If you send more than $10, I think it actually speaks to me, so I won't miss your super chat. I'm trying not to. But anyways, so you know that our goal is not to, is not to make money so that we can flex on other people. It is not to make money so that we can sit here and just be like, oh, look at how much money I have. Our goal is to make money so that we can help others, so that we can do good, so that we can be a blessing. So we got to receive a blessing to be a blessing. And when you are a blessing to somebody else, they've received a blessing to now be a blessing. And so that is our ultimate goal. So yes, we do want to make $1,000 a day, but not just so that you can go buy the nicest things to show everybody that you have now bought the nicest things. No. We want to make money so that we can now do good onto people and spread everlasting impact. So yes, I've made millions of dollars in my lifetime. I actually saw a comment today on Twitter that was like, why is she so excited over making $1,000? And she claims to be a millionaire. I don't even get excited over $1,000, and I'm a thousandaire. And I was like, well, that's exactly why. Because every dollar counts. You should be excited that you even have the ability to make $1, $2, $3, $100, $200. The problem is people get numb to making money. They get too excited when they first make it, and then they're like, I just want more, and they don't appreciate what it can do for other people. They're just like, well, if you can't afford what I want, then it doesn't matter. So, anyways, I just want to let you guys know right now, before we get into how we are going to make this $1,000 a day. Like I said, tell a friend to tell a friend, because I'm serious about this. And one thing about me, I want to make it easy for you. I do not want to sit here and make you feel like you have to watch Wall Street. I want to make this easy for you. Thank you so much, Mahogany. Wow, $10. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. But yeah, so I want to let you know that I do not want you. I'm going to tell you right now. Do not come into this trading thing. Do not come into this live stream. Do not think that you will be a part of the OG family if you want to make money for the sole purpose of being selfish about it. If your goal is not to put it back into other people, I'm not saying go broke to help people. I'm not saying put 100% of your money into helping people. But if your whole goal isn't, I want to make money so that I can bless other people, then it's not worth it. It is never worth it. So we have a lot of questions we need to answer today. I want to give you the ability to, thank you so much, Ty. I want to give you the ability to ask me questions as ruthless as they may get. I want to also talk to you about, why I've been gone for so long. But then also, I want to, more than anything, above all of those, I want to actually teach you how to do it. But I need your mindset in the right place. I don't need your mindset of, I want to make it next week. And if you are thinking short term, as in tomorrow you want to make the money or next week you want to make the money, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. If you want to make $1,000 tomorrow, immediately, and you're like not used to trading, maybe you're brand new to it, you want to start today, your friend just sent you this live, and you're like, oh my gosh, I am going to be the one to do it. Thank you, Jacinta. If you want to know how, I'm going to tell you right now. So what you're going to do, if you want to make $1,000 tomorrow, listen up very closely. If you want to do it tomorrow, if you're like, this is what I'm ready to do, I barely know how to trade, but I'm ready to do it tomorrow, I want you, if you're on your phone, TV, whatever, I want you to find wherever the backspace button is, and I want you to exit this stream. Because what we don't believe in is we don't believe in dealing with
FOMO.
FOMO, the fear of missing out, the fear of I'm going to overexert where I cannot afford so that I can make what I don't even know how to make. It's not a thing. We're not here to win the lottery. And let me tell you something. Lottery winners have the highest case of depression. Lottery winners, unfortunately, commit suicide. Lottery winners usually go broke. Because if you make the money and you don't know how to make the money, you don't have the knowledge behind the money, then it ain't worth it. But anyways, for those of you who don't know, my live streams are fun, they're entertaining, but they take your time. They do. Because a part of that is the investment. But more than anything, it takes my time. It takes so much time. It takes so much energy from me, but I love it. Why? Because it helps you. So for those of you that are like, Kelly, how long is this going to take? Hey, I want you to find the backspace button and I want you to exit the stream. Because what I don't want is for you to come and learn something that's not easy to learn and expect it to take 5 minutes. You're in the wrong place, buddy. You're in the wrong place. So I need you to backspace and I need you to leave because I don't absolutely need anybody here. All I need is the Lord Jesus Christ. But what he has done is giving me a platform to bless your life. And I want you to use your platform, no matter how big it is, to bless other people's lives. Now, with that being said, I would like to pray for you. So if you are not a Christian, please let me pray for you. Please. I'm begging on the lowest of keys. Now, if you are a Christian, please do pray with me because I believe there's no point of starting this. Thank you so much, Brianna. Like, seriously, thank you. But I believe there's no point of starting this stream without a proper prayer, without praying over your future. And
greetings from Montgomery, Alabama.
Thank you so much, Kenneth. Greetings to you too. But I believe there's no point of you moving forward in your future and trying to change what your financial situation looks like if there isn't a blessing over your life. And so that's what I want to do right now is I want to at least pray for you where I can. And, you can pray for yourself wherever you feel fit. Obviously, we all have different things we're going through. But again, like I said, if you are just here to figure out how to make money tomorrow, it's not going to happen. And frankly, I don't like to work with those people. I don't like to communicate with those people. If you know deep down that you are somebody that wants to win the lottery tomorrow, hey, let me tell you something. Back out of the stream, get in your car, and drive to the nearest gas station because that's the closest chance you're going to get. I'm not going to be the one to do it for you. Now, with that being said, can we all bow our heads and close our eyes? Because I'm going to pray.
Thanks for your willingness to teach.
Of course, Zachary, I remember you. I don't know if it was, I'm going to say Z, my girl Z. Thank you for the $20. That's so sweet. All right. In Jesus' name, amen. God, we thank you so much for waking us up this morning. We thank you for allowing us to see the absolutely wonderfully beautiful light of this day. We thank you for allowing each and every single one of us to gather here today because we know each and every single one of us are serious about our futures. We're serious about the position you've put us in because one thing we know is that there is no success without our story. That every great success story always had a period of triumph. It had a period of tribulations. It had a period of trials. It had a period of difficulty. Times where people went homeless. Times when people had nothing. There are some people listening to this right now that have less than $10 in their bank account, but they are trying and they are optimistic and they have faith that what once seemed impossible can be possible. That although all odds might be stacked against them, we know that you are here to correct that. So God, I just pray for each and every single person that is listening right now, that is serious and that is intentional, because that is our word of the year, intentional. We want to be intentional in everything we do, every step we take, every conversation we have, every move we make, and every situation that we put ourselves into, whether that is deciding to be serious about trading and deciding to be serious. It may not even be trading, whether it's our relationships, whether it's another career opportunity. But one thing I know is that anybody listening to this today, that they will be able to have tremendous blessings put over their life. And I know that you will be the one to allow that to happen. So God, we just ask that you forgive every single person for their sins, that you bless those who may have a sick family member, who may be sick themselves. I know that there was one wonderful individual today in the OG family household who said that they recently retired and unfortunately were recently diagnosed with cancer. And God, I just ask that you put her and her entire family in your hands. And we know that no matter what, despite how difficult it may look, that you will allow her to come out on top, and it will be a beautiful part of her story. So God, I just ask that no matter what, you cover each and every single person, their family members, their friends, their kids, their relatives, their managers, their bosses, that anywhere they go, any room that they walk into, that they will be the light in that room, that everyone will see them and know that they are special because of the beautiful covering that you have over them. So God, I just ask that no matter what, you allow this live to be beneficial, that it would not be a waste of anyone's time, and they would truly feel like, hey, I have done something today that's going to lead to a better tomorrow. So God, no matter what, I just ask that you continue to be there for us, guide us, protect us, and help us. Make all of our crooked ways straight, and again, forgive us for our sins. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. Here is to more knowledge and more education, which leads to smarter decisions and ultimately will lead us to bigger pockets. Again, guys, just an update on our ice cream. This thing doesn't look like it's moving at all. Like, what the heck? Thank you, everyone, for the amens. Amens. Wow, some of you are saying some very questionable things in those comments, but amen. I'm not saying amen to your comments. Amen overall. Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, there is one thing I quickly want us to watch. And then before we watch it, then we're going to get right into charting. For those of you who don't know what charting is, it is technical analysis. It is how you make money in the markets, whether that's the foreign exchange market, Forex, whether that's the stock market, whether that's stock market options, whether that's the futures market, whether that's the crypto market. Although I will never ask you to send me crypto. Understand that, please. Understand that. I will never. Uh-oh. For a second there, my Wi-Fi just like cut off. So hopefully we're all good in the hood. Okay? All right. But so, like I was saying, we're going to get into technical analysis. I want to make this as simple as possible. Genuinely, I'm going to make it as simple as possible. For those of you who already know, I'm going to teach you my strategy. One of my strategies, I have several. I think you should always have a different edge to know how to play. Now, this isn't my secret strategy for those of you who want to learn my secret strategy. Well, when you join the OG family household, there will be a chat called in-person class. If you want me to teach you how to trade in person, that's where you need to go. Take the quiz, see if you qualify, schedule an interview with our team. We will see if you qualify. And yeah, but anyways, we're going to watch this video. We're going to get into charting. We're going to get right into it. And again, I just want y'all to be patient because I'm going to break it down to be very simple. I'm going to do what nobody else does. Shout out to Ariel and Brianna. I hope I said that right. But yeah, I want to make sure that this is really, really good for you. So anyways, let's go ahead and put this up because if I just keep talking, y'all are going to let me keep talking. And although I do love talking, I do love helping you way more. So I'm going to move my screen over here and I'm just going to, boom. Do we know who this person is? This person? Does anybody know who this guy is? I don't know the guy, but I saw him on TikTok, and I was like, "This is what I want to say to everybody that's been talking trash about me." 1,600.
My Kelly tuition. Your hair looks gorgeously beautiful today.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. What the heck? That's so sweet. It's like it was a messy.
God bless you, Kelly. Love your heart and thank you for being obedient to the Lord.
Amen.
Keep soaring.
Thank you. God bless you. Oh my gosh, guys, that's my heart is about to beat right out of my chest. That is so sweet. My gosh. But y'all are so sweet. Thank you. Wow. Just got me smiling. I was so nervous before this, and now you get me comfortable. Anyway, so I sent out an email to let y'all know that I wanted to help you. And I got some hate. I got some very hateful messages. Some people call me a scammer. Don't know where they get that from, but like, okay. And then some people said some other really nasty things, like I should go to where the sun does not shine. You know? Well, maybe the sun actually burns. That's right. And I was like, what the heck? I'm just trying to help you. So this is my message to all of you wonderful, beautiful individuals that are here. And also my message to each and every single one of them that are not here. Hold on, we're going to restart this. Where is my thingamajigger? All right.
I love making music for all of you, and I love the relationship we have. And to everybody that came out and tour, saw us live, that is my favorite thing in the world, to exchange those moments with each and every one of you. So a sincere thank you from me to you for an incredible year. We've been at this for a long time, and you continue to uplift me and accept me. So thank you. And to the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters, you guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam. Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something? You guys, that's what I thought. No, that's what I thought. Came
Can we get a word
out on tour.
up on that one? Can we get a word up on that? Can we get a word up on that one? Let me take this back in time and delete these lines. Love you guys. I love every single one of you, wonderful, beautiful OG family. Listen, if you're not in the OG family household, join. Because I definitely want to help you. That's where we're gonna be doing a lot of cool things in there. And that's the only way you can talk to me live. So if you want to actually ask me a question and I have to talk to you, like we get on the phone, if you want to actually get on the phone, that's the only way to do it in the OG family household. So yeah, I just want to thank each and every single one of you that still support me after all these wonderful years. And I also want to say thank you to each and every single person that didn't, because you make me go harder. Wait, why is it already saying dark mode is on? Dark mode should not be on. There we go. I think this is easier to see in light mode. Let me go ahead and pull this over here. I know. But, anyways. Anti-wahoo's. You wonderful people. What we're going to do today is we are going to learn how to make $1,000 a day. We're going to talk about the numbers that go behind it. We're going to talk about the education that goes behind it. I'm going to ask you to be patient. But let me tell you something. Honestly, I'm not going to ask you to be patient anymore. Because if you're serious, and you'll be here. If you're not serious, well, there's a reason you joined, and there's a reason that you're going to press that backspace button. And me personally, I made a decision in 2020 when my bank account went negative. It went negative $23. I said, you know what? I said a prayer, actually. I said a prayer to God. And I said, God, I will never allow my bank account to get this low again as long as you allow me to value the education and not the money. Some of you value the money, and that's why you're here. And I know that's how to get you here. But for those of you who actually value the education, that's why you're staying here. You can get somebody, you can't keep them. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. We're going to break down exactly what I did this morning, which is why I went back in time. I'm going to show you how I, personally this morning, made, let me pull this down so you can see it, like way cuter. We're going to talk about how I personally made, how much did I make? $1,140. I literally did that in like 2 minutes. I wasn't going to trade. I was kind of bored. So I was like, oh, shoot, let me just see if I can see something in the market and make some money. I was at a coffee shop and I just felt like making some money. And I was going to aim to make like $5,000 and call it a day. I was just going to close my eyes, let the trade run. But then I was like, wait a second. I want to show you how to make $1,000 a day. So because I want to show you how to make $1,000 a day, let me do it. Let me show you how easy it is. Because too many times people want to say, but they won't do. I'm going to be the person that says and does. You know. Y'all said negative 26, Mom. Mom! It was negative 23. My first trade was $26. Turned it to 400 overnight. Is that possible? Yes. Does it happen all the time? Nah. All right. Now, for those of you who value the education, can I please see you in the chat say, I value the education? I am serious about my education. I'm serious about my future. Any one of those three things. Because the Bible says, write the vision down and it will be known write the vision down and it will surely come to pass, for it will not tarry. So with that being said, I want you to make sure that you write it down, that you're serious about it and you're intentional, because that's our word of the year is intentional. So we are going to be intentional about every single thing that we do. Too many of us are not disciplined. And we always wonder, like, how do we get disciplined? You have to be intentional. That's the first step to anything. You want to get into a new relationship, you have to be intentional about being good to that person despite the hard days. You want to get out of that relationship, you have to be intentional about setting your boundaries and getting out of it. And relationships are going to come into key because that is how we see the markets. The markets are a giant toxic relationship. They are toxic to each other. Sometimes they like each other, sometimes they don't. But with that being said, today we are looking at SPY. S-P-Y. I'm going to write it down. Okay? S-P. Let me go ahead and put it in all caps. Y. Now, what is SPY? Some of you may ask me. Some of you, absolutely wonderful, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful individuals. Some of you, what did I just click? Some of you are a little too gorgeous, and you're in my DMs for the wrong reasons. Come into my DMs to make me, no, I'm playing. I'm playing. Genuinely, I am playing. But we're looking at SPY today. Shout out to all of you that are valuing the education. But we're looking at SPY. So what is SPY? SPY is the S&P 500's S&P 500 ETF. What is an ETF? ETF equals exchange traded fund. And not only, well, the S&P 500 is an ETF. Let's go further. It's an index. Boom. But we're not, that's extra information. I won't even tell you that one, okay? We want to make this as simple and as easy as possible because our goal is $1,000 a day, but simplified. Word up. So, with that being said, it's an exchange traded fund. Just know that what this basically means, SPY is the mini. Okay, we're going to have to just rewrite this? Really? That's what you're going to make me do? Cool. Mini S&P 500. It's just a mini one, meaning it's easier to make money because the actual S&P 500 is called SPX 500, and this is what it looks like in terms, put this on the 5-minute, in terms of price movement. It just looks like this, and that's a whole lot of going on. So also with that, it's volatile. You'll make a lot more money. You also lose a lot of money way faster. So we like to make things, ooh, why is this cheating for us right now? Nobody told you to do all this. Cheater. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. You didn't see none of that. Because we're going to talk about how to get into that. You didn't see none of that. Anyways, with that being said, that's the mini S&P 500. Anyways, that is just so you know what we're looking at. I am currently on tradingview.com. So for those of you who want to follow along with me, feel free to. For those of you who just want to watch, I'm going to make it as simple as possible. Anyway, so this morning I was looking at SPY because SPY is my favorite stock to trade. It is my favorite because it is just so simple. Price is genuinely and generally going to respect itself. It's not going to be too volatile. It's not going to always be too difficult. And I want to make sure that you understand it too. So me personally, if you were to ask, Kelly, what stock do you believe I should start trading with? I would tell you SPY, or I would tell you Apple. Generally, they respect themselves. But today we're looking at SPY because this is what I traded this morning. I'm going to show you how simple this trade was. So the first thing that we're going to look at are these green and red things. Those are called candles. Speaking of, this ice cream that is not melting. Speaking of, You know what this is right here? I always talk about it on stream and I never show you. The strawberry pound cake. I am not sponsored, but this, oh my gosh, is the greatest smelling candle I've ever had in my life. Like, Lord have mercy. Why do candles matter? Because that is what we call these things right here. These are known as candlesticks. Why? Because you have a body and you got the wick. All right, let me make this a little bit easier to look at, because what the heck? Let me find a better example. Right here, we have the body and we have the wick. Just like in this wonderful, absolutely amazing, just gorgeous candle, we have the body and we got the wick, right? Okay. Was it Scottish or was it Irish or was it British? Anybody? Now it just sounds South African. No? Afrikaans? No? Anyways. So you have the body and then you have the wick when it comes to a candle. You can go ahead and write that down. A candle. Now I'm just telling you the basic stuff, guys. This is like so basic. Like it's just what you're going to be looking at is body and wick. That's what we call these things. Now, if you are in the OG household, we do have the Candlestick Bible for free. So make sure you look at that in our resources channel. Anywho's, your candle is just your body and your wick. Really, what it measures is if price is going up and price is going down. Am I right? We are currently looking at, let me just keep it on the whole time for those of you who might accidentally get disconnected and miss out on 5 minutes of information. 5 minute. So we are looking at SPY on the 5 minute time frame. That's important for what? Oh my gosh, I just couldn't see anything. Anyways, so we're looking at SPY on the 5 minute time frame. This is this morning. There are two things that I'm going to ask you. What I like to do whenever I'm teaching is give you points to be able to do quizzes, right? Because I believe that's going to make you actually learn, right? Think of the way we actually learn in real life. We do quizzes, we do homework, we do tests. Speaking of, for those of you that are coming to my in-person mastermind, yes, you will be forced to do quizzes and you have a final exam and you do have homework. So you better be prepared because we're not playing any games about you learning how to trade. Anyways, if you want to take the quiz for the in-person mastermind, shameless pub, it is in the OG family household. Now, can you guys tell me the two things that you notice here? Or no, actually the two things that we're going to look for. For those of you who've been on my streams for the past 2 weeks and you have advanced your education, a beautiful person today said they turned $40 into $540, if I'm not mistaken, off of only watching the live streams. Guys, we go crazy in here. If you haven't watched the previous ones, they're on my YouTube channel. But, oh my gosh, OG family, what the heck? I didn't even have to say it, and everybody said gap, 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 gap. Yes. We see a gap fill right here. Some of you are like, what is a gap fill? Don't worry. You're going to be in the know, and the next time you see it, you're going to be like, oh, I know how to make money off of this. What is the second thing that we look for? So we found a gap fill. What is the second thing? Kia. Shout out to Kia J Beauty. Hey, Kia. How are you? I know you're beautiful. You have I don't know, Kia J Beauty. Are you a makeup artist? Hairstylist? Are you just beautiful? Second thing we look for, as she said, is support and resistance. Right? So I would just look for, when you're looking for support and resistance, it's really important. How do you find it? For those of you who are like, Kelly, I know how this trading thing works. Cool. Let's support our homies that are new to it and are ready to make a change from it. Am I right? So we find support and resistance by two things. That right there, you see this? That is what we would call our ceiling. That is resistance. If I was to, give me a second, I'm going to show you. This microphone is stealing my shine. All right. Watch. If I was to climb up this ladder with some heels on, ooh, guys, this was not in the plot. Hold on. Ooh, check out I'm about to do it. They told me not to do it. I'm about to do it. Ah! Anyways, if I was to jump, ooh, that hurt my toes. If I was to jump, why? Because if I was to jump, I'm gonna hit the ceiling. I'm gonna come right back down. So that's what we're not gonna do, right? I would hit the ceiling, come right back down. Listen, my cup runneth over. I know you're saying that I'm speaking Chinese, but how do you learn Chinese? Which I'm pretty sure they speak Mandarin. But how do you learn it? You sit and you take time for it to be broken down. If you want to make a change, you got to be committed to change. Right now, I'm committed to your change. I'm committed to your growth. But anyways, so with that being said, okay, that is resistance. Support is the floor. If I was to jump on the floor, I'm going to fall through. I don't want to do that. So just think of that. We have a floor where price is going to bounce off of, and we have resistance, a ceiling, where price is going to reject off of. Now, how do we see support and resistance as a boyfriend and a girlfriend? Or for those of you who may be boyfriend and girlfriend, I don't judge. But how do we see support and resistance as a couple? Okay? Let's say, we're just going to use boyfriend and girlfriend for this reference. But let's say you are a girl and you finally just left your toxic ex-boyfriend, which I want to give you a giant. Thank you for leaving him, girl. Don't go back. And that's what you usually tell your homegirl after she's like, I'm done with him. I'm not going back. Right? That's what she'll say. Straight up, she will come to you and she'll be like,
Kelly, he messed up for the last time. I'm not doing it no more. I'm not going back. I am not going back to him. Right? And you're like, yes.
I'm so proud of you. You're like, yes, I'm with you. We're not going back. We're done. Girl, let's go get brunch. We don't even care about him. And so that's her, right? She has found support in you. You see that? You have now offered her, let's say right here, support. Or even, we could put it, let me find a better one. Support. There we go. You see this? Why has she found support in you? Because you were there for her this time, and 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 this time. You see how price is constantly bouncing off of that line? You've helped her with support. But then, one day, you're like, let's go to brunch. And she's like,
girl, I can't go to brunch. I got plans.
And you're like, with whom do you have plans? Because we're your best friends. Like, what the heck? Why would you leave me? Who are you associating with? Well, then she tells you.
Well, you know what happened was, I reached out to old boy, and I kind of miss him. You know, I really thought that I was going to meet somebody new, and we were going to kick it off, but they're just not him. And I just want them to be him.
You know what that brings us? Resistance. Now, she is having trouble resisting him. She is having trouble getting adjusted to what life looks like when support falls through. On those days where you can't be there for her because you have your life. Like you have kids, and maybe you have a husband or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a wife or a fiance, whatever you have. Maybe you're single, but you're very ready to mingle, or you're not ready to mingle. Whatever it is, you have your own life, so sometimes support falls through. And when support falls through, sometimes we face the troubles of resistance because we weren't able to hold them up forever. I mean, we got our own things. So, with that being said, now you're like, girl, do not text him. Do not go to that date. And she's like, okay. So she goes and sits in the car. She sits in the car. And as she's sitting in the car, she has a choice. She can get in that car and she can turn left, because left is brunch with you. Or she can turn right, and right is brunch with him. And let me tell you something. Sometimes, no matter how much support you have, no matter how much you try to tell her the problems that happen when you are going down, but you fight resistance, it does not work. This right here is resistant to whatever. Like, why has it not melted? What kind of fake ice cream is this? Sometimes it does not matter. You know why? Because that homegirl, she had the choice to make the right decision and turn right. But let me tell you something. Sometimes
people just got to leave you and go left. Our homegirl, she went left.
and she broke through resistance. She broke through resistance. So if that gives you a good idea of how we see support and resistance as couples, I hope you use that to remember. Support is the floor. When your friend is at their lowest, you're going to be there to hold them up. Resistance is when there is just no talking them out of it. They have found that man, and they have decided that man is for them, even though we all know from the outside that that man is not for them. They're just like it is. So remember that. I think, and I've found that it's been really helpful to help people remember. But yeah, and I agree with you, D-Frash. She has to be intentional. She needs to be intentional about not going, like, girl, stand on business or support. So think of support as standing on business and resistance as not making the right decision, right? Anyways, with that being said, that's how I just found the support and resistance right here. Isn't that really cool? We just found it while telling that story. Now, what happened this morning when I looked at SPY? Again, we're on TradingView. With us being on TradingView, this is how you trade in the market. It's going to look confusing. The first time I started learning how to chart, I kept banging my head against the window. That's why it's important that you show up to these streams, because when you show up, you grow up. If somebody's taking the time out of their day to give you free information, you might as well take it. And live with that. You'll never get that on YouTube. Everybody films a video, they get it edited and chopped up, and then you got to sit there, and if you have questions, they can't get answered. I'm not doing that right now. Anyways, with that being said, so this morning I was looking at SPY, and I remember it was 11:21 exactly. I'd been working with a coworker, and we were just working, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was supposed to trade at 11. It's 11:21. I haven't been able to trade. So right now, if you can see the bottom of my screen, it says 10:15. I'm about to zoom it up to 11:21 to show you what price action looks like. But one thing I did want to point out that I thought was really cool. One, here's another form. You see this resistance right here? If we come and put this line, let me bring my thing in here so you can see what I'm grabbing. I'm grabbing this line tool. If we come and put it right here, let me see it right there. Does it line up with this one? Boom. Right here, you see resistance, resistance, and then we found support. So we may use that line in the future as well. I don't know. When I rechart these for you guys, I'm going to take you through what I did, but I'm also charting it live. Those of you that are part of the OG family, you know that we do this on a daily. I mean, we're cold right now. For those of you who are now a part of the OG family, welcome to the family. Please make sure you follow the household rules. Make sure when you wake up in the morning, you fix your bed. And if you're a rookie, you're making breakfast for everybody in the morning. And I like my eggs scrambled hard. That's a word. That's a word. No? Okay. Anyways, with that being said, so we're going to fast forward to 11:20 because that is exactly when I started looking at the market. Because at first, first let me ask you this question. Do you guys know when I have usually found the main volume in the market? Do you guys know? Because there is, market opens at 8:30 a.m. CST, okay? I'm based in Texas, so I'm on Central Time. If you're based in LA, one of my favorite places, my second home, then you're on PST, so market opens at 6:30 a.m. for you. If you're based in New York, my third home, shout out to those bagels. That is going to be 9:30 a.m. That's actually where Wall Street is. Fun fact. Okay, fun fact. Okay, I love to dream. Perfect. 9, 11, and 12. Yes, that is when I have found the most volume. There's also going to be other areas like 2:30. I don't know why market always either sells off or buys really heavy the last 30 minutes of the day, but I'm not trading that close. I'm not going to wait till 2:30 to trade. But like, if that's the only time you can trade, then that's the only time you can trade, and I want you to trade. I want you to, Anyways, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to fast forward to 11:20 because that's when I was looking at the mark. Gosh damn, what time is this at? 10:25. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. First of all, we're at 11:20, but I want to point out something. So for those of you who have been on these streams, if you haven't been on these streams, you got to show up, because when you show up, you grow up. And if you really want to learn, like, I break this down every day for free, and I answer your questions, and it's awesome. But for you amazing individuals, do you know how we just went here with our girlfriend. Let's call her Brittany. Shout out to any of the Brittany's in the live. But like, here's the thing. For those of you who were just here, all of you wonderful, amazing individuals, we just pointed out the support and resistance. We had we just found it easily because why? We easily had support and we easily had resistance. But check this out. If we zoom in, price came here perfectly. Look at that perfect hit. So now we know that's a clear area. And then also, price came here perfectly. So we know if this is support and price breaks support, what are we doing? We're falling to our next support. And is that not exactly what we did? Look at how easy it is to make money in the market. Line, play between the lines. I forgot my water. Of course I did not. You know why my waters are naked? Because I came on here with water one day and I started being told that my water was recalled. I said, what? This is what Jesus made. Oh God, Jesus is Father. He made the water. But apparently, for some reason in the world, we like to mess with our water. So that's why now you don't get to see what labeled water I'm drinking before somebody tries to scare me and put fear in my heart of what should keep me alive. Anyways, if you guys want to, can you please say shout out to Mama OG? She's the greatest woman on this planet. I just thought about how wonderful she is. That is my actual mom. I'm not the mom. That is my actual mother. She's the greatest woman on this planet. Like, I know some of you were like, but Kelly, my mom's the greatest woman on the planet. And she probably is in your life. But in my life, she's the greatest. So shout out to my mom. I love her so much. Now we're at 11:20 a.m. 11:20 a.m. This is when I started looking at the market. I am on the 5-minute time frame. Where's my SPY 5-minute? I'm on the 5-minute time frame. And I see this and I was like, I am not playing. Like, I'm not going to play this freaking trade. I'm just like, what is there to look at? Oh, I'm going to show you. This is where it gets a little crazy because some of you are going to be like, but Kelly, how did you see that? I'm going to show you right now. How did I see that? Well, look, there is something called diagonal support and resistance, right? When price keeps finding resistance diagonally or finding resistance or support diagonally, right? So if we do a diagonal line and we go like this, boom, 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 boom. All right, let me move this line closer. You see that is resistance and that is support. Am I right? Yeah. Excuse me. See that water started moving things in my system. Anyways, so this is diagonal support and resistance. You would also call this a trend line. Trend lines are very good because they do the. Let me just say this to you right now so you get it clear. Okay? I want to make it very clear to you. The market is just a bunch of support and resistances. It's a bunch of indecisive girlfriends or boyfriends that don't know whether or not they want to get back with their ex. And sometimes you're the friend that they have a shoulder to lean on. Sometimes you get fed up with being that friend. Sometimes you're not there at all. And when you're not there at all, they're going right back. And sometimes when you are there and you fully trust that your support is going to help them, for some reason, they still fly through resistance. So that is all the market is, whether that's diagonally, whether that's straightly. Straightly?
Oh,
all right. All right. Whether that's diagonally or straightly, that is all it is. So this is what you'd call a downtrend right here because price is going down. Now, if we were to flip this, let me see if I can. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of work for me right now. I'm not gonna do that. But if we were to flip this way, that's too high up. Hold on, guys. I don't want to make that too high for you. So I'm going to move these lines and do it again right here. If we were to flip this, if the other way is a downtrend, miraculously, even though it's a little, what would you just assume that this might be called? Can we get some guesses in the chat? If the other one was a downtrend because price was, going down, this is a really easy question. Some of you said teach it to me like you're a third grader. I'm teaching you like a kindergartner right now, right? What is this? Uptrend. Perfect. Yes. So in the market, here's how trading becomes super easy for you. Don't listen to all that ICT mumbo jumbo institutional trading. Smart money. Smart money is not smart. Smart money is made for people who wanted to seem smart. So they complicated trading and they made it super difficult. And does it work? Sure. But if the easy way works too, are you going to choose the one that makes you look smart, or are you going to choose the one that's actually going to make you money? Hey, some people are going to be very upset that I just said that, but I'm going to say it because everyone that teaches you, they just want importance. Like, I literally, when I posted today that I made $1,000 a day, somebody was like, oh, you made $1,000 a day? Where are all my ICT traders? And I was like, where are they? Because, like, congrats. It's not a competition of who made more money. It's like, can you make money? Don't be under my comments saying, oh, where are all the other traders? I don't care if you trade with your shoes high up in the air and your feet being kicked back. I don't care if you trade naked or you trade with clothes on. I don't care if you trade hanging off the side of a building. All I care about is that you make enough money to put some food on your table. So I'm going to teach you the easiest way to do it. Anyways, with that being said, that is clearly an uptrend. So when we are looking right here, this is what I saw when I was looking at price. I saw this. I said, I wonder where this is going to go. Like, just because if we have resistance, this is where experience comes in. So I'm trying to break it down to you in the most simple way possible. If we have resistance and we have resistance, then I want to see price go ahead and come up here and at least reject off of this before I enter at all. Because I already didn't want to be trading because it passed 11 and I see a lot of volume at 11. But what I realized is our 11 o'clock volume was cool. Our 11 o'clock volume actually got us from our resistance to our support. Yeah. So I was like, I want to see price hit resistance again and fall because this is just incomplete. But let me tell you something. If it has already fallen out, cool. I missed the trade because you have to be willing to miss the trade. With that being said, here's another area of support right here. I'm going to go ahead and make this a different color so it's easier for you to, okay, I'm not going to make it blue because we already have blue. Let's make it green. It's easier for you to visualize. And if we just take this right here, right, this little arrow, let me show you something. Here's a cheat code when it comes to trading. Here's a cheat code. Look at chart patterns. This changed the way that I traded. When I started looking at chart patterns and realized, oh, price really is just a bunch of support and resistance that's just struggling. Like, it's just the most toxic relationship ever. And guess what? The greatest part is I get to profit off the toxic relationship like a reality TV show. Right? That was a good one. That was a good one. Y'all got to give it to me. Oh my gosh, that was a good one. Yeah?
Oh, nah.
Okay. I get it. Anyways, so, yeah, that's the thing though. We get to profit off of it. So if you look at this right here, I'm going to draw it over here. We have price coming down, and then we have a trend line going like this, and then we have support coming like this. Okay, you see it's kind of like a, what is that, an acute angle? Yeah, I know my triangles. Paid attention in geometry or whatever. Yeah, but anyways, so if we go to our chart patterns and we look for that specifically, let me see if I can zoom in. So you don't like me is what, how do I zoom in and it gets smaller? That's kind of mean. But anyways, let me see if they have a bigger version of this because that just really hurt my feelings. There we go. Do we see these two? Bearish pennant, descending triangle. Yeah. What does that look like right here? This looks like the boots of the Greeks back in the day. You know how they used to wear those sandals? Anyways, with that being said, though, when price is doing that, we're probably going to fall. I'm going to make that red so you can visualize it. Because if we look at our chart patterns, we're probably going to fall. Yeah? Are you following with me? I got to make sure this is interesting. Because I'm pretty interesting, right? Okay. I thought it was pretty interesting, but I guess not.
Embarrassing.
We need to stop with these sounds. We got to stop with them. Y'all are just, I'm not going to say embarrassing me, but you are. I'm not going to say it because I literally just found it. But anyways, so with that being said, if we look at this line and we look at this line, we can see the price has already fallen. Meaning, not only has price already fallen out of this line, it's come to its nearest support, which we were able to clock because that was our previous resistance. Okay? Cool? Now, I knew this and I said, experience. This is where experience comes in, but I want you to follow along. And for some of you, I want you to understand that what I'm doing right now is called back testing. I'm taking you back in time to practice movement that happened presently. So if you're like, Kelly, how do I do this? Like, how do I learn? Do I just have to trade every day? No. Literally, you can spend the next 4 hours of your day going on TradingView and back testing and just practicing trading. You just go back and you practice trading. So please send a like and a subscribe. It helps me to continue to do these. Thank you. So, yeah, so I was just waiting for price to at least, here's the two things. Not only do I want it to buy back up, I want to see if it's going to test this resistance. Because here's something people don't often tell you about whenever we have breakouts. So let's say this is a breakout. Price has broken below. Price will usually do this. It'll go down, retest. Like, is it a fluke or is it for real? Is you for real or is you lying? And then it'll go down. So sometimes that happens because not always. And when have you ever seen the market where it just does this? It just, no. It always has some sort of boom, 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 boom. That's the market. So anyways, I'm going to delete all these because I think when there's a lot of lines, it can look really confusing. I don't want it to look too confusing for you. So anyways, that was my mindset. Is I said, I am going to see if price retests. So anyways, let's go next. This is 11:20. I'm just looking at price. Okay. Look at us holding this wonderful support. Guys, we are cold at this support and resistance thing. Like, if we needed to be psychologists, therapists, psychiatrists, psychiatrician, okay.
Oh, nah.
Okay. If we needed to be one of those, we could do it. Why? Because look at how accurately we predict the support and resistance. We're predicting those toxic cycles. Get out of that toxic relationship. My gosh. Some of you are very attracted to the toxicity, though. You know that. You love the arguments. If you go 3 days in your relationship with an argument, you're like, what? Like, what got into you? Who seasoned your coffee? Are you seeing somebody else? Why haven't you gotten mad at me? Like, no. Mm-mm. Listen, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Anyways, so let's go next. Boom, boom, boom. Now, let me tell you something else I noticed. I still want price to come back up here. But I started seeing this. And I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. So I'm going to move it off of this one. See what we produce. But first, let me go next. I am not taking this trade unless price comes back up here and rejects off this resistance. Because, like, perfect trend line vibes. And with that being said, I am also aiming for this gap. I am aiming for, let's go ahead and set it. This is my first price target. This is my second price target. Why? I'm gonna label them. So you're like, Kelly, what is that? This is price. Okay, yeah. Learn how to spell, girl. You getting there. See, I didn't know when I said I was gonna teach it to you like a kindergartner, it actually meant like I would write like one too. But, you know, okay. Price target 2. Price target. What? How did we? I pressed the space button. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Close your eyes. All of you close your eyes right now because I'm about to go back and we're going to ruin the play because I accidentally pressed the space bar. So it's going to reset the whole chart. So close your eyes. Don't look. Don't look. Okay. If you looked, you're only making it more difficult for you. I'm playing. No, it's cool. I mean, you can look at it right now if you literally go look at SPY. But we're going to go back to where we were. Were we right here? No, we came back up a little bit. We did. Boom. Yeah. Next candle. There we were. Because we had just hit support again, right? So why are these my price targets? Because with gap fills, which is what this thing is right here. Let me go ahead and put a giant text on it. For those of you that are like, why is that area grayed? It means that price in post-market production, AKA when the market was closed and nobody could trade, it was still moving, just nobody could trade it for the most part, right? And when we woke up the next morning, price was higher than when it ended the day before, which is what we see over here. This is where it ended the day before. This is where it's higher. Cool beans, amazing beans. So, with that being said, when price forms a gap fill, especially on indices, aka this ETF, this exchange traded fund, right? Of an indice, and then when the price went.
Oh, nah.
Y'all just gotta give me a second. But anyways, so when price does that, 99% of the time it's going to fill. It's going to come back and it's going to correct this mistake it made because price just doesn't like to have gaps. All right. So with that being said, I'm aiming for price to either bounce off because as you can see, we formed some support right here to bounce off the top, or I want it to go to the bottom and fill it completely. My original goal, I was going to put, what was it? 1,000, 2,000 in? I think I was going to put 1,000 in. Yeah. $1,000 in because like, I don't want to be that person that tells you I'm going to teach you how to make $1,000 a day. And I teach you how to make $1,000 a day. And I'm risking $10,000 to make $1,000 a day. Like, can we be a little bit realistic here? So I risked $1,000 when I eventually got into this trade. And my goal was either to make $1,000 by the time it came down here, or if it came down here, I was looking to make $3,000, $4,000. Because I just know the way price moves. A lot of it is experience. You're going to get there, but we're taking baby steps right now. So don't try to run before we can crawl. Can we talk about it? Yeah, that was a good one. So anyways, again, I'm waiting for price to come back here and reject off this resistance. We're going to go next. Don't worry, guys. Just be patient with it. Just be patient. We're going to go next. Dang, it's starting to make me stress a little bit. Because I need this thing to go back up. There we go. Anyways, so on this candle right here, I had it perfectly. And if you go back and you watch my Instagram video where I'm literally showing you guys me live, when price came back here and didn't hold, I said, yup, that's it. You know why I was so excited? You know why I was so excited? Not even because I was about to make money. I was excited because my homegirl said she was going to go back to that man. She got in that car. She turned on the key. She started driving towards him. I mean, that homegirl took a left turn. Can we talk about it? Homegirl said, I'm going to see him. But you know what she did? She took a left. Ooh, I nearly just took off my angle. I forgot you can't spin in heels. But anyways, she took a left. And she hit that U-turn. She said, I'm not going back. And I said, girl, you better not go back. You better fight that resistance. Come right back to support, baby. I got you. Anyways. So that's what she did. That's what she did. So I knew at this point we were going to run up some stupid money. Money is not stupid. Money can be used for really good things. Amen. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18:21. Write it down. Anyways, so when I saw that price decided not to hold this, I knew that we were about to. I'm talking we're about to get a major bag. I knew it. So anyways, I went ahead and I said, I'm about to enter. So let's go ahead and mark what my entry is. This right here is my stop loss. If price goes above this, I mean, it breaks out of this resistance. Hey, girl, if you go back to him after I just told you that, like, after you just told me you were done with him, after you made that U-turn, if you go back, I'm going to trust that you're staying there. So I'm going to just let you do your thing. And then, again, here's our first price target. We're going to go to right here, okay? That's what we want, right here. This is a fire trade. Small stop loss, meaning stop loss literally means you want to stop your losses. Yeah, you're going to pay your market tuition. You're going to lose a little bit in this thing we call trading. It's a part of the game. You got to spend to make, okay? You got to risk to have reward. No risk, no Rari, am I right? Skirt, skirt. No? I felt like such a what is up with this ice cream? This ain't real. Our ice cream is still not melted. Oh, don't let it fool you. Oh, it's melting a little bit, but I want y'all to know, we've been on this thing I've been on this stream for an hour, 21 minutes, and we started this an hour in. It is melting a little bit, but ice cream should have been a swampy swamp. Anyways, with that being said, we want to have small risk and large reward. That's what I aim for. I don't want to risk the same amount that I'm trying to make. What? So, which is kind of funny because I wanted to make 1,000, risk 1,000 to make 1,000. Don't ask me that again, okay? Now, here's the funny thing. I got into the trade up here, but it didn't get validated. So I ended up getting in right here, but then price came back up a little bit because this whole candle, it was obviously going up and down. And so I went and I adjusted and I re-entered. So instead of going in with $1,000, I actually went in with $2,000. Well, I went in with 1,800. Cool, whatever. It is what it is because I'm here to make money. No risk, no Rari. I'm gonna put in 1,800, but guess what? I'm gonna make more. That's the goal. So, anyways, this is where we enter. Now, let us watch price do its thing. I want y'all to notice. I want you to notice. Okay. Girl, I really want you to notice that even though that was a really old resistance, we still were able to benefit off of it in the future. That means it works multiple times. Are you with me? Are you actually? Because if you're not, please press the backspace. I'm not here for people who aren't serious. Okay? Anyways, you see how perfect our resistance was? Oh my gosh. Do you see how perfect our resistance was? Anyways, you could have even entered this right here, but me, I was playing off this rejection. I just knew. But you could also, for example, this is resistance. If price holds below this, you could get in and aim for the price. There's so many ways to make money off of it. I went off of this rejection. You could have gone off of this break in support. But girl, don't be surprised if you're homegirl. If you breaking that support, you better be careful. Okay? Anyways, some of you may ask, why does a gap fill happen in the market? It's simple, okay? Because the stock market closes, but SPX is a financial tool. It tracks the US dollar, right? So there's also US 30, for example. So it still moves internationally because it's different times all over the world. But in America, we just can't trade it anymore. So yes, there are still buyers and sellers. They're just not American buyers and sellers. They are foreign. But for those of you who are wondering. Anyways, so we are in. It's just getting too easy. That's what I thought. But here's the thing. It was 11:50 at this point. And I said, the market moves at 9, at 11, and at 12. And I haven't seen a big move yet other than this one, which happened at 10:30. And I was like, nah, there's no way price, I just can't see price doing this. What? Let me see if I can form a trend line on that, because maybe I could see price. Look at that. Even when you form a trend line, price has still fallen out of this trend line. It's evident. We have found more confirmations as to why we are selling out of price. I want you to understand that. I don't want you to just go off one thing. See how we found multiple confirmations. We rejected right here, this resistance. we also fell through this support. We've now formed resistance at the support. And then if we come right here, you could also go ahead and call this breaking out the trend line. Or like I said, if we come right here and line it up. Oh, I was like, that is not what it looked like. There we go. And we line it up. We have also broken through. So it's just like, I knew at this point we were selling. All I had to do was put on my safety jacket. I should have went in with my whole account. That is terrible risk management. We would not do that. We would not do that. Okay? Anyways, so I said, you know what? This brother thinks he can come back into my friend's life. This toxic man thinks that he can fight her and he can get her back. It ain't happening under my watch. So I knew we were selling. But I needed to be patient because, you know, sometimes whenever you're like, I know she's not going back, sometimes all he has to say is, baby, hold on, actually, I'm going to make it realistic. All he has to say is,
baby, I'm sorry, I promise I will never do that again. We gonna be together forever. Like, I know I cheated on you 27 times, but this 28th, it would never happen again.
Sometimes you got to be prepared for that. So, anyways, I'm just here chilling. And I knew it. I knew he was coming back. Do you see that? He was coming back. I knew it. And she started by, she said, ooh, maybe I do want you back. But if we go ahead and extend our trend line here, right? I'm trying to make sure we're on top of this one right here. Boom. I said, oh, don't know that her love, my love for her goes way further. So you can try to get her back, but we're going to save her because, and I'm being serious about this. Anyone that's getting cheated on, the trust will never be the same. You are so wonderful, beautiful, and valuable that on this wonderful Monday evening, you decided that you were going to change your financial future. That alone shows how valuable you are in terms of your worth. Don't let anyone try and play on your worth, that they think that they can try and manipulate your future, or they think that they can downplay what God has for you and discredit the future that he's created for you and the purpose he's created for you, that they are going to sit there and try and take away from how beautiful your potential is by going and putting that into somebody else and disrespecting the wonderful individual you are. Be done. Be done. And like, let me tell you something. When you leave and you make it through the heartbreak, you come out a 20 times better person. I'm telling you. And then you look back like, how the heck? So I need you guys to understand that. Don't let anybody play. Like, I know it hurts. I know you really like them and you think they're special, but there's somebody out there who's going to appreciate you for everything that you have, everything you come with. Of course, we still want to do our self-work, but they're also going to realize the value that you have, and they won't even play about you. Shout out to Papa OG. I know this is a brief intermission, but Papa OG taught me how to value myself as a woman. I love him. That's my dad. He's amazing. He's great. And one of the things he's always told me is, Kelly, you want a man to respect you so much that he knows he can't play with you. That he's with the homeboys, and the homeboys are like, oh, let's go do this. And he's like, nah, Kelly won't even. Dude, Kelly's not going to play that. I'm not doing it. Because there are some guys who know. And this goes for guys and girls too, because some of you guys keep going back to a girl you're not supposed to. Some of you girls keep going back to a girl, guys keep going back to, I don't discriminate. You get the point. Some of you, somebody is playing in your face because they're like, well, I know she's going to take me back. He's never leaving me. Like, I can do what I want. He knows that I'm not going to let him do, like, it's just like, don't be that person. You are here for a reason. You are serious about your future for a reason. Be so serious about your future that you're willing to cut them off. Because the thing is, some of you, the reason you're stuck in the same place is because you haven't been willing to let go of what's holding you back. God's like, I'm trying to take you to this level. Look at this. He's even taking the jacket off for me because it's getting serious. God's like, I'm trying to take you to this level, but let me tell you something. This boy right here, this girl right here, this friend right here, this coworker right here, this manager, they cannot elevate with you. So I cannot elevate you unless you separate from. Oh my gosh. I cannot elevate you, right? God cannot elevate you if you don't allow him to separate you. We have another one, OG family. You know, we have several of these. If you don't let go, you cannot grow. Hold on. We got another one for those of you who thinks we didn't. If you want to move, God's gonna remove. Oh my gosh. Some of you did not hear me. Some of you did not hear me. We're talking about trading. But like I said, this isn't just about making money. It's about becoming better individuals for better people. And I know each and every single one of you are so valuable. So let that be the case, not just in relationships, like romantic relationships. Let it be the case. Some of you, your manager has been playing with you for too long. They know that you depend on that paycheck, and that's why you're here. And I promise you, you're going to prove them wrong. I'm telling you. Anyways, this man thought he was going to get her back, but we're a better friend. So we're going to go. Oh my God. I didn't even know that was going to happen. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Okay, I didn't know it was going to happen because it happened this morning, but I didn't know it was this candle that it was going to do that. Anyway, see how you tried to get her back, but we came through with the support. And price went all the way through. I don't know why it hasn't validated me. Like, why did it just do that? That is not even where I entered. Okay, this is real messed up right now. There we go. That's accurate. This is where I entered. There we go. As you can see, the dotted lines mean price executed. This is actually exactly what happened. I actually sold around right here. And that's how I made $1,100 off of this candle. So the trade itself, here's what I actually did. I'll tell you the truth. I was getting nervous. When this green candle was getting close to resistance, I was getting so nervous because that's a part of trading, right? Emotions are in it. But I said, no. I risked an amount that I'm okay with losing. I have multiple confirmations, so I trust my trade. I'm giving y'all game right here, right? Boom. And 3, I'm taking my emotions out. Let me tell you something. The money doesn't care about you. These candles, they don't care about you. They're not like, oh my gosh, Nate or Gabby or Edmundo or TB or Dashane. Did I say that right? Like, or James or Thick Wood. Anyways, these candles did not say, oh, you're trading today? Oh, let me just, no. What happens when most people lose in trading is they have their emotions too tied in. We got to hurry this up right now because I want to make sure we can get on some phone calls so I can talk to you wonderful, beautiful people. But that's the problem with a lot of this is too many people sit here and they're like, oh, maybe once I make this money, I can buy this. And I'll tell you, my emotions were tied into it for a second because I was like, oh, once I make this 1,000, I'm going to go on stream tonight and be like, yeah, guys, I told you it was this easy. Then I was like, whoa. Trust the trade. Don't trust what you can do with it. Don't take screenshots, right? Take profits. Don't do it. So anyways, but we still have a price target too. Listen, price target 1 has been touched. Perfect trade. Easily executed. This was 5 minutes. You see what time that was? 12 o'clock. What did I tell y'all? 12 o'clock. Price said, boom. And I was actually like, when I was with my coworker, he was like, maybe you should get out, bro. Because at this point, I was down like $300. And he was like, maybe you should get out. You should have taken profit earlier when you were up 500. And I said, nah. Because I knew to trust my trade. I said, we're going down here. 12 o'clock's about to happen. Too much confirmation. I'm trusting it. And you know what happened because I trusted it? We got that bag. So anyways, I took profit here. However, because at this point it was 12, we had to go buy this ice cream that is taking forever to melt. Be very concerned. Oh my gosh. We should have put a dependent and independent variable. Science folks, right? This is like our independent. And then we should put one like directly under light, like directly under one of the lights. But anyways, it's cool. So we still have this price target too. I did trade same day expiration, right? Because I plan on only being in this trade for a couple minutes. I just knew I was willing to hold it through the end of the day, but I was like, eh. So in total, this trade, right, entered here 1. So this is 5, 10, 15 minute trade. 20 seconds of this moving, like I'd gotten my profit. So in total, I made about $1,100 in like 15 minutes, give or take, like 17 minutes, which some of you have 17 minutes to spare. I mean, you spared an hour 35 on this stream alone. So that's the easiest part of trading, is making the money. This is the hardest part. This is where people want to spend the least time. They want to spend all their time looking at charts all day to make money, but they don't want to spend all their time looking at charts to learn how to make it. That's what we're doing. Of course, like I said, we're wrapping this up so we can get off some phone calls, because I also have to see my wonderful mom. She's my best friend. I love her. And we're 30 minutes behind schedule right now. So shout out to Edmund in Nigeria. Edmund, you are absolutely amazing, because I know right now it is 12 a.m. for you, and that's exactly why I'm going to make this quicker. But thank you for still being here and having that commitment. Thank you, Peter, for valuing the education. He won't see that for a while because he's in the back of the stream. But yeah, so I risked $1,800, and I walked away with $1,100, which gives me a 61% return. In total, here's the thing, because I can tell you how much I risked, but I want you to get this, okay? And I will show you the actual numbers. So I bought these contracts. It's going to look real like techie, right? But I bought them. Let me see if you can see it. You see this 38 right here? I bought them for $38 a contract. $38 a contract. I just bought 50 of them. Some of you were like, will I have enough money to start trading? I bought it for $38, and when I sold it for $62. That's an almost 100% return. Hold on. 38 times 2. Dang, I was close to 100% return. Anyways, 100% return literally just means you double your money. But with that being said, some of you could have went in with $38, walked out with 62. Somebody asked me, can I turn $50 into 150 every day? You can. Like, you take that 38, that contract ended up going to over $100, I believe. And that made me sick, but it's okay. I was fine. But yeah, so you could have easily turned $38 to 100. Like, but you have to be accurate and precise. So what I like to try and teach people is how to catch the moves that move like this, how to catch these big moves. For those of you who have been watching my streams, my wonderful, beautiful OG family, then you know that this is something that we constantly do, is we get the big moves. I don't want to be caught in this. Like, if you're trading Forex, it won't do anything to you except stress you. Like, this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Like, this is like 2 hours of price just not doing anything. But then look at this. These are the moves we're trying to catch. And look how this candle right here, perfectly to our resistance, perfectly to our support. Like, it's too easy out here. So at this point, I'm like, okay, price target 1 is hit. We have to go start getting ready for the stream. So I'm like, I'm not looking at charts again, but obviously that's a lie. I looked at the charts again, and look at that perfect exit. Cause look at that perfect exit. Like, please, nobody clip that. Oh my gosh. Anyways, look at this. Looking at a perfect exit, but it's the trader in me, the experience in me. You're going to get to the point where you see this immediately. Look what I start noticing. Oh, also, I wanted to point out, like I said, this was stressing me, so I went on the 15-minute time frame. And when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not stressing. We are definitely in a downtrend. But if you look at the 5-minute, sometimes you can see too much noise and it messes you up. I know some people that look at the 2-minute time frame. This is just too much noise. This will stress me out. So I like to, if I'm willing to be patient, I will up the scope. But do you see what we're doing right here? Right? Remember, guys, we are going down and we are coming up. If we go back to our chart patterns, let's look for it. We're going down. No, hold on. Down and up. Yeah, there we go. Down and up. Right here. No. Down. Here we go. Bearish pennant. There we go. Down, and we're also going up. So that's what I'm seeing. So I'm like, oh my gosh, we're about to sell again. And I was about to re-enter because I said one thing about me is I know that gap is going to get filled. Are you a gap? You need a new tooth? I'll get that cavity filled. Yeah. Anyways, so I just knew that was gonna be a thing. Let me put my jacket back on for professionalism reasonings. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so some of you said so. Guys, the time frame you trade on depends on your plan with that trade. So for the most part, I'll be on a 5 minute. If the 5 minutes taking a little too long and I want extra confirmation, I'll go to the 15. Very rarely will I go to the 30. Like 30 is if I'm swing trading. 5 and 15 I really stick to. Anyways, so I'm seeing this happening. Do you see this? Do you see? I drew this line before you just saw that one move, and you can see we're holding on this trend line. So I knew this for a fact. All right, let me not say that I did, but like I don't want to act like anything's ever guaranteed in the market. I knew if we fall again, we are 100% going to this gap fill. But I was willing to wait it out, but I said, you know what? Let me prepare for this stream. I already made my money. I could go back in and make more money. But like, why? How can you make $1,000 in a couple minutes and then be like, let me make more? So greedy. So that's exactly what I told myself. And I said, I'm not doing it. Because at that point, what I would be feeling is FOMO. I don't know if y'all heard that correctly. I said, what I would be feeling is FOMO. You know what FOMO is? For those of you who don't know, FOMO is the fear of missing out. Missing out on what? What's for you will be for you. Sometimes, though, you do need to execute. But if you're like, oh, I just want to get in because price is moving, you don't have a plan, let me tell you something. You are exhibiting fear. And there is only one thing we fear. And that is the Lord Jesus Christ, amen. But no, but the truth is, some of you, it's just the fear of missing out. And I don't want you to have that fear. So for me, in that case, I knew I was chasing. I didn't want to exit. I didn't want to exit. I didn't want to re-enter and start chasing. I didn't want to lose my profits, even though I trusted it. I was like, let me go on about my day. The whole point is exhibiting time freedom. So anyways, it's too easy. Like, so what do you think is going to happen next? Like, oh, let me go ahead and readjust this. You can see what this would look like. Okay, let's readjust this. I'm going to go for the gap fill. To me, this was my original trade. It would have been, well, I would have started up here, right? And I aimed to go for the entire gap. I was going to wait it out the rest of the day, see what happens. It's just, how can somebody be this good at trading? Easy, because you took the time to learn and you understood the education. And that is the best part of trading. So what happened next? Okay, we're going to come up. Cool, resistance. Look at another one. I know it already fell, but look at another one. Actually, we could probably move that right here. But either way, this could be another one where you stretch it out. But if you just keep looking at price, see, we did that right here too. It's just a whole bunch of trend lines dropping. Look at that. See? Resistance here. Resistance here. Couldn't hold. Keep going down. All right, I need you to fill the gap. What the heck are you Oh my gosh. There we go. It only took you 40 years, but guess what? Good trade. It took 40 years. What time was this? Did this happen at? Look at this. It happened at 2:30. I told you, market likes to sell off. But anyways, at the end of the day, gap was filled, and this probably would have still made me money, not as much as I wanted to, because if you're trading Forex, green trade all the way through. You would have made your money. You would have made great money. If you're trading options, wouldn't be the same. So anyways, as you can see, if we extend our gap fill, price filled the gap. Look at how it also respected our resistance, came to our support. Guys, we charted it once and we found like 7 different times to make money off of literally making a line once. That is why I want it to be simple for you. I'm so tired of people trying to overcomplicate trading to build their name. Like, if you're going to try and build your name, do it simplifying it so it's easier for other people. Then they'll tell other people. And when they tell other people, then you build your name. Word of mouth. Am I right? Speaking of, if you told a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, then we are learning how to make money. But that is how I played this trade out today. So just to recap it for all of you guys, let me come back here. Oh, I went to today's price movement. Where's the, okay, there we go. So just to recap today, I came in here at 11:20 a.m. This is how I saw price. Hold on. This is 11:20 a.m. I saw that we had resistance on this downtrend that was forming. Okay. And I saw that we had major support right here on this line. Cool. That doesn't really matter. So we'll just go ahead and delete that. This is actually what I looked at. I just delete all this, right? Let's say we want to make it as clean as possible. This is literally all I did. I looked at price. Okay, I'll tell you the exact same. I've said that like 3 times. I came here. I believe I saw this. Yeah. I drew this line. You can look at my story on Instagram. Look at my post on Twitter. Same thing. I knew price was going to have to come back up here and reject off this resistance, and I was going to aim for the top of the gap fill. And then if price fell through the top, we were going to go to the bottom. And so, as you can see, we came up, we rejected, and we could do this. I don't think I actually didn't do this way. I went like this. I was like, okay, if we fall, I'm getting in. Boom. We started to fall, went to price target 1, and then I'll let the rest of the day play out because it went really long. We eventually filled the second one. I went for the first one, made my money, did my thing. Boom. It is not as difficult as it seems. The hardest part is going to be learning it. But if you just try and take one day to learn it, you're not going to get it. You need to continuously show up. That's like if you get a new job, right? If you get a new job and your manager is like, all right, so this is everything about the company. Here's all the company details. Manager tells you everything, right? And then the next day they're like, all right, show up at 8 a.m. and get to work. And then a customer is like, how do I do this? And you're like, it's only my first day out here. I don't know. So you got to show up because when you keep showing up, you keep growing up. Anyways, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to get on the phone with 1 or 2 of you. We're going to communicate. We're going to speak. We're going to do more of these. As long as you're in my private trading household, it's free, completely free. Go ahead and join it. And remember that there is also a quiz in there for the in-person class. I think what I'll probably do, I'm probably going to give away. Nah, I don't know if I'll do that. I was going to give away a spot at the in-person class, but again, you have to be severely vetted. So, yeah. But what we will do is we'll give away some good away. Maybe I might give away a free spot, but you have to take the quiz to find out. I don't know. Or maybe what I'll do, I'm talking out loud. I'm going to stop talking out loud because then people are going to try and say, but Kelly, you said this. And I was like, no, I was thinking. I don't know yet. But I always want to celebrate you guys. So make sure you join the private trading household, to talk to other like-minded traders, to join the OG family, and so that we can communicate. You can also tell people hey, what do you think about this? But don't we're not here for dependence. We're not here for dependence. We're here for independence. But we're going to get on these phone calls. Ask me anything you want. In order for you to join, then you go ahead and you press join the Discord, the household. And when you join it, I want you to then go and create a ticket. You're going to create a ticket. When you create a ticket, you're going to write your reasoning. Our moderators, our wonderful moderators, are going to slide through it, and we're going to get you. But I'm going to go ahead and take this off the screen and move me back over. Don't you just love to see me? And I'm going to go ahead and pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Discord. Yeah. See this OG family household? Now, why is it... Okay, I'm going to have to move myself to... All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to bring in the chat. We're going to bring the chat. The chat isn't white. I don't know what we're going to put in that bottom corner, but it's bothering me that the bottom corner is not... this is bothering me. This is bothering me. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Well, you know what? I was not trying to move myself. We're going to put this right here. There we go. And we're going to bring the chat back so I can see all of your beautiful comments. Anyways, so this is how you create a ticket, right? All you would do is let me move this to the other corner so it's not too, but our ice cream. Okay, I'm going to move it up here. There we go. That's perfect. Anyways, you're going to press create a ticket, which is right here. And you're going to write how you're feeling. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and delete my ticket because I did create a ticket. So, hey, I love you, Kelly. Yeah? This is not how you spell my name. Oh, wow, I got locked. Cool, I got locked out. Anyways, moderators, if you can hear me, can we get a giant? If you can hear me, do we have anybody that you've chosen? I know there was somebody special that was chosen today prematurely because, you know, when you're a part of the household and when you are committed and dedicated to your future, one thing I like to do is I really like to invest in people who I know are serious about investing into themselves. So I know there is somebody special. Who? Oh, Ace, that's so sweet. Thank you, Ace. But I know there is somebody special that has been chosen. So that special somebody, I would like to speak to him. Now, after you've written your comment, whatever it may be, your ticket, you can go in the waiting room and wait in the waiting room. And yeah, so in the meantime, we are... Yeah. Okay. And also, what I'm about to do, for those of you who are interested about learning how to trade from A to Z, like you're quite tired of watching every YouTube video known to man. Let me see. Let me go ahead and delete all this. Let me go ahead and delete all this. Like, what is all this? What is all this? What? Okay. Whoa. I'm like doing a whole lot of what I don't know. All right. But for those of you wonderful individuals who are tired of it taking forever for you to learn how to trade, I am doing a private, in-person mastermind in 3 days. These are the people we're actually going to really work with to make $50,000 by Christmas. But with that being said, there's a quiz you got to take if you want to learn how to trade in person. I'm talking 3 days. In 3 days, you're going to know absolutely nothing about trading, or you'll know a little bit. 2, we're going to teach you technical analysis. We're going to give you homework, quizzes, and a final exam. In 3 days, I want you to be able to know how to trade like dramatically, because like I'm so tired of it taking people 3 years. So in 3 days, we're going to do what takes 3 years. It's going to be a lot of brain mass that's being taken up.
Love what you're doing for the community.
Thank you,
Keep
Mark.
going.
Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you, Mark. But anyways, live in-person event. Shout out to Mark. Just take the quiz. If you find that the quiz suits you, cool. If you think it's something for you, make sure to schedule a call with our team. But for now, it is in person. I'm just going to tell you that. In the future, we do one virtually. I don't know. At first, I was like, absolutely. The more I thought about it, I was like, what are the logistics behind that? But what I do know is I'm really dedicated to helping these people make $50,000 by Christmas. And I got to be honest, my main priority is the people who actually pay, because when you pay attention. But I also know all of us are intentional. So I don't want to take away from that. But yeah, if you have 30 seconds out of your day, take the quiz. See if it applies to you. See if it's a part of trading that helps you. It is pinned at the top of the chat. Now, do we have the first person to come on this? All right, let me see. We're going to go to Talk to Kelly Live. And we're going to go to Ask Kelly. Boom. Look at me up in here. Look at me. Can y'all hear me from there? Is it echoing? Do we hear an echo? Do we hear?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Hayden, I can hear you. Can y'all hear me, or is there an echo? Or can you hear well?
Hang on, let me play the thing. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
No, it sounds okay to me.
Oh, nice. Anyways, if we are good to go, let me go ahead and move this over a little bit. Yeah, that's actually perfect. Look how we got it to fit perfectly. Yeah, we're good to go, Hayden. Who do we have that graces our wonderful presence?
Let me bring him in. Give me 1 second.
No problemo.
All right, this is Jay. Jay, if you want to introduce yourself, feel free.
Uh-oh.
You're muted, Jay. I wonder if I can unmute him. Can you hear me, Jay?
I don't think you can overpower the unmuting.
I was just talking to him in the channel below. I just asked him when I left.
Oh.
I know he's here.
Look at me just being caught right now, telling y'all to join this live in-person event. Make sure you take the quiz. Take the quiz if you want to take the quiz. If you don't want to take the quiz, don't take the quiz. No, I'm fine. Uh-oh, we lost Hayden and Jay. Uh-oh.
Try to unmute now, Jay.
Is it not letting him?
No, I might have to drag you and Jay down to the one where it's letting him talk.
Wait, give me a second. I think
It's the permissions.
yeah. Can you edit the permissions to give Jay ability to talk? OG family. Are you guys getting somebody said what quiz? The quiz is for the live in-person event to schedule an interview with the team to see if you can come in person. I'm going to teach you how to trade personally. Yes, in person. I'm going to review your charts. I'm going to be there to be like, boop, 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 and help you out. And yeah, the ice cream this is the most pitiful melt I've ever seen.
All right, Joe, see if you can unmute now. See if it lets you.
All right. Let me just join the other one, I guess.
Yeah, I'll drag everybody.
Oh, I've been dragged.
Can you hear me, Jay?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Well, feel free to introduce yourself. Kelly's in here. Can you hear me, Kelly?
I can hear you wonderfully.
Perfect. All right. We're all good to go.
Hi, Kelly. I'm Jay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jay. Nice to meet you.
So, yeah, it's an honor. Like, I've been following you for quite some time now.
Wow. It's an honor to speak to you. I'm going to cheat. I've heard a couple great things about you. But no, yeah, that's really sweet. Thank you.
So, no, I just had should I go on with your questions?
Yeah, feel free to ask whatever. We'll try and keep it to, let's say, the next 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it's simple. I mean, what is the biggest thing that prevents traders from becoming profitable, do you think?
The biggest thing that prevents traders from becoming profitable,
Yeah.
in a very controversial opinion themselves, and in a second controversial opinion, trading groups. I say that because one, themselves, too many people involve emotions in it. They have too many things they want to plan or they want to do, or for some reason I don't like whatever it is. They just put their emotions into it, and they risk too much money. And because they risk too much money, they just can't make the money that they want to make. So I would say that it's definitely themselves. A lot of people are too emotional, and a lot of people want too much money before they actually learn, which leads me to trading groups. And I say trading groups because it's built off dependence, and I'm so sick and tired of dependence being such a heavy thing. Because dependence, let's talk about it. It's $1 billion business. So at the medical field, makes so much money. Can we talk about pharmacists? My dream home right now is owned by a pharmacist that sold his company for $1.3 billion. Why? Because Big Pharma can pump it. That's why people have found out when you make people addicted to something, they keep buying it. Oh, can we talk about it? But I think that trading groups are not good for people because of the fact that what you are doing, trading groups that sell signals. Let me switch trading groups. Signals groups. When someone is telling you what to do, you're never actually learning how to do it. And the problem with that is if for some reason they can't do it or they mess up or their conviction is not your conviction, it affects you no matter what. If they lose, you lose. If they know what they're doing but you don't, you still lose. If they have to go somewhere and they can't send out a trade, you still lose. It's like it's so many cons. And what happens is people find themselves paying $50, $100, $200 a month for a group for so long trying to get signals that with that money, they could have put it into their actual market tuition, into better education, and they could have learned to do it themselves. But then you find people who are in these signals groups, they're trying to make money from these signals groups. They're in it for a long time. And then they come out of it realizing I spent all this money and all this time and I didn't learn a thing, which is pretty hypocritical coming from me. But no, I think those are the two biggest things that are really stopping traders from becoming profitable. But yeah, what do you think about that?
I mean, so I think that answers my question because my next question was, why don't you not like trading groups even though you have one and used to and promote it?
I did used to
but that
promote a
answered
trading
it. So that answered it.
I think that's a lot of people's question too with me is they're like, but you had a group, why do you speak so negatively on groups? And I shut down the group because I realized like no dollar in this world is worth knowing that you are leading people astray. And I think when I first really started to realize it, it was difficult because I have people who, that were working for the company that are making money off of this. They are feeding their families off of this. But even like in business, you got to take away emotion and be like, hey, like this is the difficult thing to do. Now, granted, a lot of the people that ended up leaving the company that were making money off of it, like I said, they left. We didn't tell them to go, but I just knew when they had decided to make that decision to leave that it was God saying like, hey, it's time to go ahead and make that pivot. And so I was just like, the second that I feel like people should, like they've become aware of something, like you can't be blamed for what you don't know, but the second that you're now aware of it, I feel like you should be very proactive in moving away from it. And so for me, the second that I was like, whoa, I don't think this is helping people. It's giving me a lot of money. Like we were making millions of dollars a year still, like genuinely, and I shut it down. And some people think that's the stupidest thing ever. They're like, well, why didn't you sell the business or why didn't you do this? And I'm like, because no dollar was worth knowing that you're leading people astray. Like you couldn't pay me enough money to know that I'm sending somebody in a place that they're going to spend time, effort, and money, and it's not going to produce good results for them. Like you could, like just for the sake of me making money, like what's the point of that? So, it says in the Bible, why gain the whole world if I'm just going to lose my soul? And that's how I felt. So, I think that's the hypocritical part for some people. But again, people just like to make money. Obviously we need money to survive. I think you should definitely be compensated for the work and effort that you put into this world. But I don't think you should do it if it's at the demise or detriment of other people. But yeah.
Awesome. Do I have time for one more question?
Of course you do.
So last one, what is the one thing you wish you could have told yourself when you first started trading?
Ooh. the one thing I wish I could have told myself when I first started trading. Remove comparison. Remove comparison, because so many times, and when I say remove comparison, I mean like don't follow other traders in terms of the big traders that are making $50,000, $100,000 a day, $2 billion. Like, because what happens is you start to compare your trading journey to theirs. And you start to get to a point to where you're making money for them. Like I said, I fell victim to that this morning, right? I was like, oh, I need to make $1,000 so I can tell everybody I made $1,000. Why? That's why I was so heavy on the stance of I am not going to post profits anymore. Every video I had where I was showcasing profits, I took down for the most part, unless it was like a breakdown video that like I really felt helped people. But like 99% of them I took down because it was just like, again, it's the same thing. You're leading people astray. You're helping in their detriment. For me, when I first started, I had very quick success, very fast success. Call it beginner's luck, if you will. But after a while, there were days where I'd be up $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and I'd be like, well, this person made $10,000. And then because now I'm up, I want to aim for $10,000 in that day, I'm losing $12,000. I'm losing $50,000. Like, I'm losing like insane amounts of money because I'm risking trying to make the same as everyone else. So comparison is the thief of joy. Genuinely be excited about your growth. If you are making $50 a day, you need to see it as like, that's a full gallon of gas I can pay for. If you're making $100 a day, even if it's not a day, but you make it in a day, it's like, hey, I can take my family out for a nice dinner. You know, we go to freaking Chili's and we get that molten lava cake. That's Hayden's favorite dessert, by the way. But it's like we go and we get something nice. I think too many people just look at that's why I preach the message so big on we're not making trading, or we're not here to make money so that we can flex on other people, but to help other people. Because people make money in trading and they buy the Lambos and the Ferraris and the Bugattis and the big houses and this and that. And like, I've done that stuff as well, but I always wanted to position myself to where I'm not telling you to buy the Lambo and the big house and this and that for you. Help other people. So the Lambo I bought for my dad, the house I bought for my parents, like I take my family on nice trips. I take the team on nice trips. You know, like that's just stuff that I like to do for other people. And I think it just makes the most sense at the end of it. Because it doesn't, most of the super cool things I've done for me will never really get posted ever. Because like, it doesn't matter what you can do for you. What's the lasting impact you're going to leave on this planet? Because if you know what you did for you and like, we know what you did for you. But yeah, that's what I like, high key. I think that's what I would recommend to everybody is stop looking at comparison. Even the $1,000 a day, it's okay if it takes you 3 months to do that, because at least you do it. But yeah, but Jay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, sure.
Because Hayden told me, and I mean, I already know this, but I'm saying this context for everyone that's currently in the, I can't spell. But I'm saying this for everyone that's currently in the stream. So Jay is one of our absolutely wonderful, amazingly phenomenal students. We're a student of life, Jay. For life.
Yay.
Yes. And so he's coming to the in-person mastermind.
Can't wait. I'm so ready.
Yes.
As a VIP as well.
Yeah. And so I was getting there, Hayden. But Hayden is fire. Yeah, no, he's a VIP. Very important person. And for people who are VIPs, there is a private. Should I leak what VIP gets? Because it's actually something very secret that obviously Jay knows and Hayden knows. But VIP gets something actually very, very private and special, and they get the ability to really have an actual conversation with me, like Jay, who I'm really excited to meet. But I wanted to ask you the question of, so the mastermind obviously is to me a steal to some people, they like to put expensive on it, but I don't think it's that expensive. Me personally, I think it's worth it in terms of what you'll be getting.
Yeah.
But so I wanted to ask you, what made you feel like the mastermind was something you needed to do or wanted to do? What made you say, like, you know what, this is 100% worth the time and effort and money that I'm going to be putting into it? Because I think it's obviously, like, I could speak all day about why I think it's worth it, but I think it's always interesting to know why you felt that in your life it was worth it for you.
Well, what I think, I mean, other than, following and seeing, your success, over these years, I guess a mastermind is usually crafted to help you reach your goals and become successful. And also help you develop winning habits and eliminate all the guesswork and years of trying to figure it out, just like you've been saying.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it took us a while to do this because I felt like for me, I didn't want to do something unless I knew the results were reasonable, unless I knew that we could produce it. Because it's like I say, like, my reputation is on the line with this mastermind. I think there's so much unbelievable effort I'm going to put into this, because if I say the goal is $50,000 by Christmas and that doesn't happen, well, then everybody's going to be like, well, we're not listening to Kelly anymore. And then bigger than $50,000 by Christmas, my biggest goal, this was the original one. It's just the team just thought we should really aim for Christmas, but I want to do $100,000 within the next year. Like, I just think it's way simpler than people think to make six figures over the next year, especially trading. It's just people don't have the proper education. And I was just getting so fed up looking at the entire trading space. And I was like, these people are not being taught the right way. Or like, you have to watch a billion YouTube videos and you have a question that can't get answered. Can we please change that? And how do we let people learn in the fastest way possible? Because success loves speed. And I really believe that the faster you can do something, the better you are at it. You could have the smartest idea in the world and somebody else could have an idea that's just mediocre compared to it. However, if they release that idea first and they move forward in it, they're going to see results first. They're going to be seen as the top dog. And I was like, I don't want somebody to be like, I want to start trading now in 2024, and then they start seeing results in 2027. I want people to be like, I want to start trading in 2024, and they see results in 2024. Like, that's...
Yeah.
But I'm really excited that you felt that was worth it for you. I'm super excited to meet you. I think we're going to have a phenomenal conversation. I'm excited to look at the way you trade, or just like kind of pick your brain some more as well. Oh my gosh, I said it. I get it now. I said, you know how many people, Jay? You know how many people say, like, Kelly, can I pick your brain? And I always tell them, I'm like, that is assault. Do not ask me to pick my brain. Like, imagine somebody just like picking at your brain. Because, like, people are just like, Kelly, I want to talk to you one-on-one. And I'm like, yeah. But like, I just fell victim to the pick your brain. I don't want to pick anybody's brain. Jay, I want us to have an absolutely amazing conversation. I want to get to learn more about you, know about you, really help you, and see where we can move forward from there. But oh my gosh.
Thank you so much. I can't wait. I'm looking so forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I don't know. Did you have any other questions? I think, let me see if the moderators had anyone else.
I'm good.
All right. All right. Super, super excited. Super excited. But yeah, everyone say hello and have an amazing evening to Jay. And let me see these tickets. Oh, I can't look at them on here, so I need the...
All right. Thank you, Jay. Have a great night, and I can't wait to see you.
Yes.
Thank you, brother.
No problem.
All right, so who wants to speak to me next? Well, really, who am I going to be blessed to speak to? Who am I going to... Let me ask. Let me see. But no, that is phenomenal. Guys, I could rant all day long about how I feel that the way of making money is not... So people go on YouTube to make money on YouTube, right? Let me tell you something. I'll tell you the truth about how much money I've made on YouTube. Whoa. I had to make sure we got below 1,000 viewers so people weren't trying to record this. Shout out to the 1,000 viewers though. Oh my gosh, we almost hit 2,000. So YouTube has paid me in total and I just feel like when I was really getting those checks, because we get paid on the 21st of every month. YouTube pays you on the 21st of every month. And every time I got that check, I was like, yeah, I need to keep making these videos. And so what happens is people aren't as serious about making videos on YouTube so they can actually help you. They're trying to make the most cookie cutter information to continuously keep building for videos that aren't even about what they like, but what you like, because when you watch the video, they get paid, which I think everybody should get paid for their effort. But when it comes to the education space, when your focus is more about how can I get paid versus how can I help, you hurt yourself. And not only did you hurt yourself, you hurt the people watching. And I just got so fed up with hearing so many people, again, running the largest trading group in the world for 3 years. It was just like everyone would come in with this insane excitement. It was like, how do we actually push this proper education? Or you hear all these profitability stories, 2, 3, 4 years of success, like that. It shouldn't take you that long to find success. But let me go look at all your tickets. Let me see. Oh, are you guys able to type in the tickets? I can't see anything. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Sorry, I'm talking to the moderators right now. So I'm about to bring someone up, but I want to see somebody who is, look at you guys leaking how much money I've made. I was trying to be slick. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm playing. Oh, okay, I can see it. So here's the thing. Here's my question. So you get to come on and talk about, I don't know. So I'm gonna see. I'm trying to find it. I found one. I just cannot find the number. Yikers. Yikers. Wait, why is it not giving me a ticket ID? Why is it not giving me a ticket? Sorry. Guys, you know what? Let's do. What y'all think about that? No? Okay, I think I found one. Oh, it won't let me join it. Yeah, this. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to drag a random person from the waiting room. Here's what we're going to do, because I don't want to take too long. I know that we actually need to wrap this up. So if you join the waiting room, which if I go ahead and show my screen, because I can't see. But if you see my screen and I move this over, the waiting room is on the side right here. Right? Oh, y'all are watching a YouTube video? Hey, waiting room, how y'all doing? What they watching up in here?
What up, Kevin?
We're watching,
y'all are so
watching
nice.
the YouTube video.
Oh, you're watching mine. Guys, look at us in the waiting room. Okay, I'm gonna drag one of you. Drag is such a terrible word.
Your live is much faster than the Discord.
Right here. Y'all are watching a YouTube video? Hey, waiting room, how you doing? Yeah, this is so awesome. What are we watching?
Hey, Kelly, can you hear me? Hey, Kelly.
Yeah. So what I'm about
Girl,
to do?
Wow,
Wow, this is awesome.
Y'all are watching Stranger Things. I thought I was important. They're in here watching Stranger Things. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move one of you wonderful individuals in here, and we're gonna talk and ask Kelly, and then we're going to say a prayer. We're gonna check on the ice cream officially, so I'm gonna hide it now. No, I'm not. I'm playing. I'm not gonna hide it. And then we're gonna close this thing out with a wonderful prayer. Now, of course, I'm excited to talk to each and every single one of you. So let me see which one of you beautiful, absolutely wonderful individuals. OG family. It may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand nothing was done for me. All right, let me see. I don't care to stop at a mall. My ever. Okay. Do y'all want to hear me sing? I found somebody, but do y'all want to hear me sing? You gotta let me know if you want to hear me sing. You gotta let me know if you want to hear me sing. Okay, we about to freestyle. Before I get on this call, I just wanna talk to y'all. I'm about to tell you about this thing. It starts with a T, it ends with ing. I mean trading, cause it's cool. I mean, really, you gotta go to school, cause when you learn, then you earn. And if you don't, it might burn. I am spitting. I'm not spitting. I hope I'm not spitting. I'm rhyming. I'm rapping. And I promise I'm not quitting. Oh, Kelly on this beat. No. Kelly gonna eat. Not this. Definitely not this. And after this, I'm gonna celebrate with my mama. Can we talk about a good bar? They said they just have chart questions. Yeah, guys. If you continue to come to the streams, we answer all the chart questions in the world. Like, I am here. Am I streaming tomorrow? No, I have to be on a podcast, guys. I'm so sorry. But it's a relationship podcast. Can you imagine? I have been asked to go on a relationship podcast. For some reason, they think that I am worthy of giving relationship advice. Well, let me tell you something. I'll do it. You got to risk it for the biscuit. Am I right? But anyways, but Wednesday, we will be back streaming. We will be back Wednesday at 5 p.m. CST. I know you're going to be super excited to come on tomorrow. Come with all your questions. Wednesday, we're going to do a lot of Q&A. I'm going to answer a lot of your questions. And we're going to learn. That's what we do every single day. We're going to become better traders. But with that being said, let's hear from Gideon. Gideon, can you hear me? 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 You wonderful, absolutely phenomenal individual. Oh, you know what? I don't know if Gideon can hear me. Hayden, do we need to move him to your special space?
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay. Hey. Mike said he's unable to accept the invite. Moderators, can we drop a new link to the Discord right now? The OG family household. Wait, why is it? Oh, there we go. Gideon. Hey, Peach State, it was nice talking to you too.
Hey, Gideon, it looks like you're muted. Are you able to unmute yourself?
We'll give him maybe 45 seconds and then We might unfortunately have to move on to the next person. Uh-oh. Gideon. Man, it is unfortunate. You can read my lips? Oh, because I said how much I made on YouTube. If y'all start running around and showing that, oh my gosh, I will. See, one thing y'all got to know about me is I can fight. So when if I see that one of you went and you clipped up the portion of me saying how much money I have made trading, then guess what? I'm going to send the FBI. And you know what?
Hey, Gideon,
Oh.
one last time, if you can try unmuting one last time for me. I see you deafened. Try to unmute one more time.
Back to my non-threats to you guys while we're waiting on our wonderful friend Gideon, is I need you to know that when I tell you we are going to, I'm going to sit here. You're going to hear this. These are going to be the last thing you hear before I come after you.
You were the clock that was ticking in my heart. Changed my state of mind.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Love so hard to find.
we got him.
Yeah? Don't play with me. All right. Gideon, I don't know. I don't know if it's working in here. Does he have permissions, Hayden? I
just added him to the server.
He wasn't in
I just added him to this channel as well. I don't know though.
Sorry everybody for the technical difficulties. Okay.
I'm gonna go grab somebody else and see if they can do it.
Okay. Sorry, Gideon. All right. Let's go for Shannon. Shannon. Can we say what's up to Shannon? Well, Shannon, are you able to unmute? That's where Jay was able to unmute. I don't know. I can't believe it's not working. This is making me so sad. Oh, we're having a group chat?
I'm adding them to the channel to see if that does it. Because I just talked to this person. I know that they're here right now. So. All right, Coleman, if you can try to unmute yourself. Coleman, if you can try unmuting yourself.
That's off. That's making me sad. I'm about to cry. In the meantime, while we have these technical difficulties, can I please sing to you? Okay.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ooh. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ooh.
Ooh. Gotta play some good music. Look.
I'd rather have bad times with you, than good times with someone else. I'd rather be beside you in the storm than safe and alone by myself. I'd rather have bad times together than to have it easy apart. I'd rather have the one who holds my heart. Okay.
You know what? So here's the unfortunate part. I don't know that we have this working right now. So team, what we need to spend all of tomorrow doing is making sure, my stream team, that we are testing and making sure.
It should be working now. I made it a public service.
Uh-oh. What? Did they just kick me? They just kicked me. They said, Kelly, stay in your place. Stop giving us extra work. Stay in your place. Sorry. But what I was going to say is maybe Wednesday will be partially Q&A. So we'll learn something really, really good. I'll make sure we have something that we really, really learned from. And then we'll probably do a Q&A and let you guys talk. But yeah. Why is it? It's been working all the other times. Let me go say hi to everybody in here. Hey, waiting room. How we doing?
Good.
Hey, waiting room.
What up, Kira?
Yeah, waiting room. Look at us. We are live and local. Let me tell you something. They kicked me out of my own channel. So now I am here to tell you that they can't kick me. They thought they could kick me out. They wanted to be bullies. Well, guess what? Now we are the majority. They wanted to be bullies. Did I just hear myself? That was weird. That was weird. I can't hear anything. We are live. Let me tell you something. They kicked me out of my own channel. Oh no. I'm sorry. I can't. To hear myself in the past, that was. We'll come back to this. Guys, next time we come on stream, we're going to make sure this is working. We're going to make sure we've figured out all the tweaks. I don't know why it worked at first and then it didn't. But you know what? We're going to talk to a lot of amazing people. I can't wait to hear your beautiful voices and hopefully see your beautiful faces. And some of you, I maybe want to see your beautiful face a little bit more than over the screen. You know what I mean? Anyway, so you know what that means. It is time for us to pray. I love each and every single one of you so much. Genuinely, I love each and every single one of you. I thank everyone that's still here to support. Again, when I see that people are serious about investing in themselves, whether that's through education, whether that's financially, whether that's through improvement, maturity, etc., then I really, really, really want to pay back into that. So I'm so grateful that each and every single one of you are as phenomenal as you are. And yeah. So I love y'all. We're going to be on stream Wednesday at 5 p.m. CST. Listen, be there or be squared. Because if you're not squared, well, if you are square, that means you're not around. But speaking of around, let us take our big round heads and bow them as we pray. And listen, if you are not a Christian, just allow me to pray for you. Allow me to pray for your success and happiness in life. And if you are a Christian, pray with me. Am I right? Father, Lord, we thank you for allowing each and every single one of us to gather here today. We thank you for allowing each and every single one of us to be able to take ourselves seriously. That we know today we learned something really good, something that's getting us closer to be able to find continuous, consistent, and be persistent and intentional about our success in life. God, you are amazing and you are wonderful and you are powerful and you are great. You're the one and only true God, the Alpha and Omega, the Jehovah Jireh. And we know that in everything we do, that you have your way in it, that success will only be our portion, that anybody that has doubted us, allow our success to speak so loudly to how idiotic they were for making that move and doubting us. For anyone that discredited us, who tried to put down our hard work, for anybody who has mistreated us, God, well, first we put the revenge in your hands. It's not in our hands to be able to seek revenge over those who have done us wrong. But we do know that success is our best revenge. Success in our friendships, our relationships, success in our marriages, success in our careers, success in our hobbies, success in everything that we are serious and intentional about, our education. So God, we just know that there's nobody that can even try and speak down on us. Some of you right now are taking this very personal, and you should. Because I know that for some of you listening right now, you know that there's somebody in your life who actually did doubt you to your face. Straight up said that they did not care what you had going on in life right now. They don't care what you have going on in life in the future. They don't care if you have changed and you're not the same person you used to be. Or they don't care if you have decided that you don't need them in your life anymore. And some of you, it's hurting. It's like, well, I did so much for this person. How could they not care? But I want you to know that God has his hand in all situations. And that person leaving your life or that person doubting you, it was for your best benefit, because God knew that that person could never be there to cheer you on, to support you, to uplift you, and to make you better. So I just know that your success It is something that will be permanent in your life. It is something that will come with speed. God, that's what we pray for right now, that the blessings you have for us, that they do not delay, that we will not have any delayed blessing because of somebody trying to interfere with what you have for us, that our blessings will come on time and even faster, that you will take us through the necessary trials you need to so that we can make what is meant to be permanent, and not make what is meant to be permanent temporary. So God, I just ask that you cover each and every single person listening, that you help them, that those people who are currently listening right now and they cannot afford their basic necessities, God, I ask that you will have that taken care of, even if it's in the most random way. I know that you will show yourselves to them in some way to be able to show them that you do exist and you are looking out for them and you do have your hand on their heart. So God, even for those of us who may be sinning, and we are very aware that we are sinning. Ooh, sorry, hit myself. We are very aware that we are sinning. We are very aware that we are not living in the ways of you, but we're living in the ways of the world. God, I just ask that you still forgive each and every single person who may not be there yet, but they are intentional about their success and their improvement in their life. And we know that gradually you will be able to guide them to wherever they need to go, and they will be intentional about it. But God, overall, I just thank you. I thank you for each and every single person that's attended this. And my heart just goes out to all of them. For the ones who've recently lost jobs, who've recently been diagnosed with something, I know that right now this is just a part of the story of their success. So again, we thank you for each and every single person that attended. I can only thank you so many times, but God, I am grateful. And you yourself said in all things, give thanks. So we just ask that you're there for them, you're helping them, you're protecting them, you're covering them, you're guiding them. No evil will be in their way. No enemy of progress in their life will succeed ever. That any enemy of progress that tries to come into their way shall turn to dust upon their eyes. And God, I just ask that you stay there in their lives to be able to help them and guide them out of the difficult situation they are in. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Amen. Thank you for letting me pray for you, especially if you're not in tune with your Christianity, you're just not a Christian at all, but being open and available and willing to allow me to pray over you and your success and allowing your path to be able to be guided. Because some of us, like I said, sometimes there are people who unfortunately have gotten rocks thrown in their path, and they've gotten situations where people try to. Because here's the thing. Let me tell you something that a lot of people won't tell you. See, a lot of people, and I always say this, a lot of people like to say that, oh, the devil works, but God works harder. No. God never has to work harder for what he has already created and ordained. Let me clarify that. The devil only starts working in your life when he has become aware of the blessing God has for you. I want you to understand that if your life is completely perfect, you should be scared. If you don't have any issue you're going through or dealing with, you should be scared, because the devil's like, I don't even have to try with that one. They're just easy. I can give them everything they want. It's cool. There's no reason for me to fight. I can only fight because I don't want God's word to prevail. I don't want God's blessing to prevail. I don't want people to see what God can do. So let me go ahead. Let me tell you something my dad always tells me. When God wants to bless you with something big, the devil always brings a counterfeit. Look at that perfect timing. When God wants to bless you with something big, the devil is going to bring a distraction, a fake one, right? How many of us, this is always the most relatable, so that's why I use it as an example. How many of us got in a relationship with somebody, we were with them for a long time, and we were 100% certain this was the person we were going to marry, and randomly one day, let's say you prayed the prayer, God, if this person ain't for me, take them out. And guess what? All of a sudden, they left. There's so many times we think, but I always say this, think in your life to when somebody left you. Are you in a worse position than when they left your life? Think in your life of when you left somebody. Are you in a worse position than when you left them? Generally not. And it's not even financially. It's mentally. It's physically. A lot of us start hitting the gym. We go to therapy. We work on ourselves. We do it. Like, the devil is going to work in your life when he knows God does have something big for you. And the devil works hard. That's why the pain hurts intensely. When you go to the gym and you work out, in the moment, you don't really realize. See, when you first meet that person that you thought was going to be the one before they like destroyed your life, it could be a friend, it could be a boyfriend, a girlfriend. When you first meet that person, at first it's sweet. This is your best friend. It feels good. When you're in the gym and you're lifting, you're like, oh yeah, this ain't that easy or that difficult. But then when you go home and time passes and it starts to set in the work that you performed that morning, and you wake up the next day and you feel the soreness, oh, it hurts. You walking like this. You moving your hand like this. You don't even want to look at this ice cream that's not melting because you're like, I don't want to see anything. But guess what happens when that soreness heals? You pop out like this. Sorry, I'm showing the arms a little too much. Lord have mercy. You know, I don't work out my arms. We're not going to get on that topic right now. But yeah, that's the thing. You come out stronger than you were before. And I want you to remember that. I want you to realize that. I want you to take that home with you. That even now that it may seem like your life is all over the place, because I've been there. Listen, let me tell you how God works. For those of you who don't know my story. In 2020, October of 2020, I had a negative bank account balance, a negative $23 in my bank account. Negative 23. Let me tell you how God works. I realized my whole life I had been chasing the money. I was doing every side hustle in the books. Ask me anything you could do legally, and I was doing it, right? And when my bank account went negative, I said, well, look how I have just run myself in a circle. I'm on a hamster wheel. I make money and I just lose it. And I was like, God, I don't have anything. Allow me to focus on the education. I prayed to him sincerely. I said, God, clearly the money ain't working. So at this point, let me just learn. And I was intentional. And that's why intentional is our word, because I was intentional about learning. And miraculously, I found $50 in my Robinhood account. I didn't know how to transfer it to my bank account. And I said, well, if I transfer $23, I'm going to have $26 in my account. That's negative math. If I spend $26, maybe I can make more. So let me learn this trading thing. Keyword, I didn't say I have $50, let me flip it tomorrow. I said, let me learn this trading thing and then see what that produces for me. I learned it. Took me 2 days. See, people think I'm lying. I wasn't lying when I said I learned how to trade in 2 days. I didn't learn technical analysis in 2 days, but I learned how to enter and exit a trade and the basics for trading and all that. Like I didn't sleep, but I understood it. Now, after that happened, boom, boom. My first trade turned $26 to $400. A girl that did have a negative bank account balance now has $400. It gets better. By the end of the week, $400 to $1,100. Hold on. It gets better. By the end of 2 weeks, I turned the initial $26 into $3,300. It gets better. I then went on TikTok and I posted my first TikTok ever of me speaking to the camera, ever. You know how many people sit and they're consistent on social media and they've been consistent for years and nothing's ever happened? And in an unfortunate blessing, that didn't happen to me. My first TikTok blew up. Next one blew up. Next one blew up. So I was in college at the time, had no friends, had a 44-year-old roommate. I was lonely. I was depressed. I was losing weight. I didn't have money, so I couldn't eat. When that happened, I had nothing. I started finding success when I sought God. And then, boom, went on TikTok, everything started blowing up. I was like, what the heck? Obviously, I had a group at the time. The group was free. We eventually made it paid. We're not doing that with the OG household. You'll never have to pay for the OG household. Make sure you join. But within a year, so I need you to get this. Let's say November of 2020, negative bank account balance. I hadn't started trading yet. Negative bank account balance, negative $23 in Kelly's bank account. November of 2021, the company did $1 million in revenue. That's outside of trading. That's outside of everything else. That's how fast God can change your life. And I want you to realize that genuinely. Because I think so many people think like this situation I'm in will be here forever. Well, God, I've been suffering for 7 years. I'm going to be here forever. God, I've been suffering for 10 years. Like, when's it going to change? And I want you to know that the same God that could have the Israelites enslaved for hundreds of years, but then could erase all of that and clear out an entire firstborn son lineage in one night is the same God that can take you from where you are now and change it. A lot of times we have to be willing to let go of the devil in our lives. And sometimes the devil in our lives, the person that we love the most, or we want it to be them the most. But I'll tell you what, one thing I pray for, and I'm actually going to add this to the prayer right now. So God, right now, I just ask that you bless each and every single person that's listening right now with proper wisdom and discernment. Wisdom to make the right decisions and discernment to know how to go about it. Wisdom to remove the right people and discernment to know how to speak to them. Wisdom to be open to the right opportunities and discernment to know if it's worth it or not. Because a lot of times for us, we move off emotions and not wisdom. We feel this feeling in our hearts like, I think I should make this decision. I think I should make this step. But then we're afraid. We're scared. And it's like when God told Moses to go talk to Pharaoh so he could free the Israelites from slavery. You know what Moses told him? But God, I don't know how to talk. Like, what the heck? I can't even formulate a proper sentence. And that's a lot of us. It's like God's like, and you feel it. You know when you are meant for something bigger and you have a very big calling on your life. You know it. You feel it deep down. Everything in you is like, I feel like I'm not supposed to be here right now. I don't know why, but I just feel like one day I'm going to be a millionaire. I don't know why. I just feel like one day I'm going to buy my parents a house. Or I don't know why, but I feel like one day I'm going to get a promotion in this job. Or I'm going to be working at a different like you feel it and you know it. James, I'm so sorry that happened. Wednesday, we're going to get the tickets fixed. But thank you for the $5, James. It's so sweet. But yeah, a lot of us really feel it. But the problem sometimes is we don't know how to execute on it. But you know it. And the thing is, when you know it sometimes, like I always think, if we knew what God had for us, we would make decisions far easier. But that makes it too easy because then we don't practice faith. So don't let anybody doubt you. Don't let anybody put you down. Don't let anybody make you feel like, and if anybody's an enemy of progress in your life, get rid of them immediately. If you hear somebody that has a small innuendo and they're just like throwing it out there like, oh, yeah, you trying to do that trading thing. Bro, why are you trying every side hustle? Like, you're never going to make it. Like, when are you going to give up? Oh, let me tell you something. Ooh. I had somebody in my life who was very, very special to me. Very, very freaking special. Like, this was like my favorite person. And I remember I had a conversation with them. And I was just telling them about like, I was like, hey, I don't like the way you talk to me. Like, why do you talk to me like this? Because they were just talking to me so rudely and disrespectfully. And I was like, this has never been the dynamic of our relationship. Like, when did this change? When did you get like this? Cool. And I believe that like people change in life for better or for worse, hopefully not for worse. But yeah, just and at that moment, I was like, okay. And I remember this person, I really don't care if they see this. I doubt they will. But anyways, I remember they just told me, I was like, I'm not the same person that I used to be. I've changed a lot. Because I have. Genuinely. And I remember they were just like, old Kelly, new Kelly, I don't care. Like, what do you want me to do? Clap for you or something? Congrats, you've changed. And I was like, ooh. There are some people in your life that are telling you straight to your face, that your success means nothing to them. And that's a beautiful thing. Because listen, they have made the work for you 20 times easier. If your success means nothing to them, then now you got to show them, oh, you want to see my success without you? Boom. Let them go. I say some people would do it. So I want you guys to walk away with that beautifully this evening. Pray about it. Dang, look at y'all. Y'all are like, ouch. I know, right? Ouch. It was an ouch moment, but it was a God moment. And I tell you, I've never been happier since the moment I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is done. So there are some people that are holding you back. Make the decision. Do not look back. Do not try and fight the resistance. Well, actually, break through the resistance. You're resisting, letting them go. And you'll be shocked when you finally do it. God opens doors for you. Because I'm telling you guys, some of you, the reason you have not progressed is because you're trying to bring old baggage. And God is like, this is a brand new building. I'm sorry, we don't take leftovers. We're not taking used items. We're creating new. You need to let them go. And you're like, no. I understand that this trash is really smelly and it makes me upset every single day. And like every time I see it, I feel less of myself. And every time I talk to them, they make me, like they put me down. Like I understand that. But listen, do you remember like 2 years ago whenever, you know, we first met, it was like bliss and it was candy and it was great. Like when I first saw this trash, they weren't trash. Like it was beautiful. And God's like, was. Oh my gosh, there's a part in the Bible where God says, for I'm about to do a new thing. I got to find it. He says, let go of the old, for I'm about to do a new thing. Some of you right now, it just came to me right now. Some of you, God's trying to do a new thing in your life. Let go of the old. Stop it. Stop holding on. Don't just listen to me say this right now and you know, and then tomorrow you're like, well, maybe I can work it out. Okay. And if you enjoy the situation you're in, keep it. If you don't, well, you know what? Just get used to it, because the longer you keep whatever you know you need to let go of and take that step. But I mean, at the same time, what I know is when God really wants you to move, he's going to pluck you out. And I want you to think of like when you shave your hairs versus when you pluck it. When you pluck it, it's like, ooh. But I mean, you still get to where you need to get. You know, sometimes God's going to pluck them out. But yeah, man. Isaiah 43:19. Yes. That's what it was. Everybody go read that. It's your homework right now. But anyways, I had to go spend amazing time with my mom. I love her. She's amazing. She's great. So I have to go see her and take care of her. Wednesday, 5 p.m. CST, we will be talking. Let's look at this ice cream. Final conclusion, please do not eat ice cream from Walmart. Oh my gosh, look at this. See how I'm holding it like this? Do you see how can I hold ice cream like this? Oh, now it wants to, ooh, almost got on my setup. Dude, please do not buy the ice cream at Walmart. Oh my gosh, I'm throwing this thing away. Anyways, no God and no peace. But if you have no God, you will have no peace. Love you all. Have an absolutely amazing day. I love you. You are amazing. And God bless you and your family. Good night. And I love them. Gosh dang.